Hi guys. Um, I see 5 or 6 people are here, but nobody's commenting, so I don't know how to say hi to people who aren't commenting. But hi. I'm waiting for you guys to come in, waiting for you guys to say hello, and waiting for Molson Man so I can drop the link. We're going to talk about the Black Phone. Hopefully everybody watched it. If you haven't, it's on Peacock. I'm not going to give any spoilers. Also, I want to talk a little bit about some shows that I've been watching recently that, hey, objection overruled. Good to see you. That people may not be watching, or they saw it come up and they're like, is this good? Well, I'll let you know. So let me give Molson Man the link. Here you go, Molson Man. Hopefully yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. As soon as Molson Man clicks the link and comes backstage, we'll get started. I hope everybody's Tuesday was a good one. There's a couple of trials I'm looking at, and I want to get you guys' feedback on whether you'd be interested in me covering them. One of them is a case of a murder self-harm pact, or it's not really a pact. It was basically a lie. It was a con of some sort, and that the jury selection started for that today. And then the other one that started today too, I think it's today, was the R. Kelly. Hey Maria, good to see you. Um was the R. Kelly obstruction of justice trial. And I that's a difficult trial because of what it deals with, obviously. And I would imagine that that there's going to be some stuff of a sensitive nature discussed, because you have to describe what the crime would be that resulted in the obstruction charge, you know what I mean? So, I don't know how you guys feel about that one. Let me look at that other one that I was talking about real quick, because I looked at it a couple of days ago, well, probably more like 4 or 5 days ago, and now I don't remember. Let's see. I see the Vallow and Daybell were back. Well, I guess they're both Daybells. We're back in court today to have the charges explained better, I suppose. Let's see. Where is it? I have to find it. Hey, Cement Shoes. Good to see ya. Where is this dadgum case? I guess they're not going to cover it live on Court TV. Uh-oh. Hey, Mark Klein, good to see ya. Let's see. Okay, friends of alleged staged self-harm victim Emily Noble joined Court TV's to share their opinions on the case against Noble's husband, Matthew. It's probably Matthew Moore. So, yeah, jury selection is set to begin next Tuesday. There's Molson. Hey, Molson. What happened? He keeps popping in and popping out. So, yeah, I don't know what you guys want to do, because I like covering the live trials, and I'm sure tons of people are going to be covering the R. Kelly one. I don't mind covering it if you guys want to see it and chat about it. Um, I think he's disgusting. Here we go. I'm gonna add him. Hey! Ah! I don't know what's happening. So yeah, if you guys want to watch it, I will definitely cover it, and I will cover the other one too if you guys want. Not, I mean, it might be a little hard for me to cover both. So I guess it depends on when both trials get started. I know jury selection for this one, the self harm one, is the stage self harm was Tuesday. Trials get started. I know jury selection. Hey, Wilson, man, all you got to do is turn off your. Oh dear, it's going to be one of those nights. Molson, if you can hear me, all you have to do is close your YouTube tab, not the StreamYard tab. So, yeah, I'll cover either one of them. I guess it really depends on which one and how long they last. I would imagine the R. Kelly one's going to be rather involved, and I'm sure it's going to take a while before they can get a jury seated in that. I don't know. I know the Pike County Massacre, that's the next case I'm doing. And I that one's set to begin trial on. Hey, there you are.
Sorry.
Wrong tab.
I'm an idiot. It was all my fault.
Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. It was fun. I'd be like, "Hi, Molson Man," and then you'd be like, "Bloop," and I'd be
Well, I
like,
kept
"Hi."
Xing out. You were right. I was Xing out StreamYard and not YouTube. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? But I finally figured it out.
Look, the point is you tried again until you got success.
Exactly.
So that's the important thing. I forgot what I was saying. Oh,
you were talking about
the Pike
trials,
County
right?
one. Yeah, the Pike County Massacre, that family. So
that's the Ohio family, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And
there was like 8 of them, right?
Yes.
Quite a few of them.
Yes. Most of them have already been sentenced. One of them had their charges dismissed. It was the least of all the charges, like forgery or something like that. It was like the grandmother or something. I'm still researching it, and I'm gonna put together something as it gets closer. But that one is scheduled to start August 29th, I believe.
It's right down the road.
Yeah. So that's.
You know what? I that went against my own thing. I started watching the Nicholas Cruz thing and actually kind of got into that. That was something I had no intentions of ever paying any attention to, but it caught me one day, and then I once it got me, I had to keep watching.
Oh, did you? Oh,
yeah.
Did you? I still can't bring myself to watch it.
No, I understand why, and I felt the same way. That's why I wasn't going to, and then I just ran across them. I'm like, okay, let me see this. It was more or less. I was listening to of course, the victims. Oh, thank you. The all the people that testified. It was just interesting to hear all that. So.
Well, I did see a little something that Nicholas Cruz was going to testify and then didn't. Is that
really?
right?
I didn't hear that. I assumed he wasn't going to at all.
I shouldn't really say that because that's not. I really don't. What they showed was, there was a video from Long Crime Network, and the title was, "Defense Cancels Testimony." So
that would have been. I mean, it would have been fun for us, but it would have been a disaster in the grand scheme, right?
Well, I mean, the fact is, after the testimony of the victims, he's. I think they took the death penalty. Did they take the death penalty off the table for him?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
No, that can't be because otherwise, what would be the point of a penalty?
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that what we're
yeah. So I think so. So I mean, I feel like he's likely going to get death, but
I think his age is going to play a factor into that.
You think so?
I don't know. I mean, he's
young, but he was over 18 when he did it.
Well, what's the jury makeup? Do you even know?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know
I've kind of stayed away from that case because
yeah, I know it's a little close to home, literally, right?
Yeah, it is. But the thing is about him is that he did have a history with mental health issues, and not that it excuses, because he knows right from wrong, right, and he does deserve to be punished. But I don't know what. I don't know enough about the case and about him to say that, okay, he should receive the death penalty, or no, he should get life without the possibility of parole, or even he should be sentenced to life in a mental institution. Like I don't know enough about it. And so that's why I've kind of not talked about it, because I've somewhat avoided it. I always feel a little icky about sentencing somebody so young to die. But on the other hand, he sentenced people so young to die.
Well, his crime was so egregious that
yeah, I mean,
it should be considered. Just a little backstory. I know you don't want to talk much about him.
No,
and I don't
it's
either.
okay. It's fine. No, it's not that I don't want to talk about it. It's just,
well,
I don't
no,
know.
I mean, it is what it is, right? But
Yeah.
his mother had passed November the 1st, so he just lost his mother. I don't know the story about his father because he went to live with friends of his family. And then I think it was the crime occurred on the 14th. On the 11th, he actually did I think a Facebook Live where he said he gave his intentions.
Right.
So we can't the idea of him being institutionalized. No, this was totally premeditated.
Right. And that's the other thing. It's such a sticky situation because, yes, all of those things are true. And he was judge, jury, and executioner on February 14th. And so, yeah, I don't know.
And like Cement Shoes was saying, and Jen, you may not know this, but during the trial, he literally was covering his ears when victims were testifying. Like he didn't want to hear what they had to say, and
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
okay,
he was
disgusting.
he was acting like almost. Yeah.
Well, I mean, whatever happens, happens. So, yeah. Oh, I made a new opening for the West Memphis 3. That's another thing I want to tell you guys. So before we get started, I hope you don't mind, Molson, if I just talk real quick. Okay. So I went to the website, and I encourage everybody to go to this website, West Memphis 3, spelled out. Okay. The number, not the number, but the word 3, right? Facts.com. And I went through their list of reasons for guilt in the West Memphis 3 case. And so I kind of wrote them all down real quick. And then I'm breaking them down not piece by piece, but by category. So some of the things that they have listed are like the red fiber, the green fiber, the lake knife. Like I'm going to do all the physical evidence, right? And then I'll do like the alibis and stuff like that, because they make compelling arguments. And I don't want to I'm not taking anything away from them, but it isn't the entirety of the argument, right? So that's what I'm going to do. It's taken me a long time because, and I will say also, they cite their sources. So where they say something occurred, they give you a link. Right. The link is embedded. You can click it. It takes you right to Callahan's. If the link is broken, take out 8K, put my site, all that stuff. Right. But there's other layers to it. And there's more information. I was going to say that case is
like the world's biggest onion, isn't it? It just keeps peeling back and peeling back.
Yes. Yeah. So I want to explain things, and also the other thing I want to make very, very clear before I leave off of the West Memphis 3 thing is Jason, his trailer park, Lakeshore Trailer Park, was not 2.5 hours away from the crime scene. It was a 2.5 hour walk. And I got an email, and they wanted to correct me on that. And I honestly, I don't think I've ever said that that the trailer park was 2.5 hours away by vehicle, but it was a 2.5 hour walk. Okay. And I just wanted to make that very, very clear for anybody, because I never want to be spreading any type of misinformation.
I don't recall you saying it that way, though, but
the way, which way that it was a walk, not
that it was a drive.
You recall? Wait, I did.
No, I don't recall you ever saying that.
I didn't think that I did, but I know that when people listen, sometimes, you can have 10 people hear the same thing, and all 10 people will come out with something a little different.
It's
So
like the
I
game
just
of telephone, pun
well,
intended. Get it?
right. Yeah,
Yep.
for real. So I just I wanted to just include that just little disclaimer, because it's very important to me that I never spread misinformation. And
Right.
Dr. B and we have finally like carved out some time, and we are either going to Google Earth the walk, or we're going to just go old, like just do a video where it's a straight Google Street walk.
Or just get in the car and go up there.
I can't do that. West Memphis is far from me. I'd have to get on a
Right.
plane and then do the drive and then do the walk.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's
So
only
yeah,
down the road. Yeah.
I would love to go to West Memphis. Mainly, I would really like to go to Weaver Elementary. I would like to donate to the school, and I would like to see the memorial that's put there for the boys.
I had asked you
And
before if you had been there, and you said no. And I
mm-mm.
have to admit, I was surprised. I'm like, you didn't take
Well,
the trek yet? Figure
see,
one day you probably will. I mean, is that a
I
bucket
will.
list
Oh,
thing
yeah,
for
it's a
you?
bucket list. I
Yeah.
actually went through West Memphis. I drove from Texas to Chicago, and it was during a time when there was some really bad flooding. And so the
Okay.
way that the route routed us, it took us directly through West Memphis. And had it not been for
Was this when you were following the case, or was this prior to that?
no, I was already following the case. I wanted to
Okay.
stop. I wanted to stop,
You're like a
but
dog at the window
I
scratching,
was
right?
like, "Come on." It was me and my sister. I was like, "Come on, let's just come on." And she's like, "No, we've got to, we have only X
Yeah, you
amount of
got a long way
time."
to go yet. So yeah, I get it.
Right. Yeah. So anyway,
One day though, I mean, that would be
so
so cool. You'll be like, yeah,
this
be all
is
in the zone.
this is the thing, Bloom Tick Bloom. So the way that I did it was from the trailer park. Not I did it from Jason's front door. And I did it Dr. B and I did it on Google Earth. And the way that we did it was we turned it back to 1993, and then where the pipe bridge is at. Actually, I suppose the better way to do it would be to do it from Jason's to the Blue Beacon truck wash and down through that way, because I think that's the way Jesse said. So I will let's put a pin in it. I'm going to redo it several different ways, and I will give them I will and whenever we did the Google Earth one, Dr. B and I did it the shortest route, the quickest route. So I can tell you that from Jason's trailer park to where Damien's trailer park was, or to where the crime scene is was it the crime scene or one of them is 7.6 miles, and I think that's to Damien's house. So I'll work it all out. I'm gonna do it. Hi, I'm gonna do it.
Hello.
So hi. So yeah, I just wanted to, I don't want to get too much off track, because I really want to talk about this movie, because I rewatched it again today, because I
Oh,
had
did you?
other stuff I watched over the weekend, and then I put that whole black phone out of my brain. And so then I was like, oh no, I got to
A
talk to Melissa
refresher.
Man about it. Yeah. So
Can I jump back to Google Earth real quick? Because I was not
yes,
aware
yes.
that you could manipulate the year. How do you
You
do that?
so you got to do it. You can't do it on
I
like
have
your
the app on my
phone.
phone, but all I
I
can do
don't.
is just put in an address and it takes me there in the current time. So I didn't
You got
realize.
to do it through a laptop,
Okay.
and it's I think it's called Google Earth Pro. Yeah, you got to download Google Earth Pro.
And how far back does it go? That was 93, right?
Yeah, I went to 93. Hi, Christine G. That's me. Yeah, that's how I did it. I'll do it live. I wish that I could do it. I'd be there, because and the thing is, the reason that I do it from Jason's is because of the confession, the very last confession that Jesse gave, the Bible confession, I think is the one that they're referring to. He says they were at Lakeshore. He says when they left, and so which is also problematic, because this is the other thing. Jesse says they left at like 6:30, and Dana and Dawn Moore recall seeing the boys at 6. So I'm and they were
Okay, what
headed
time did they leave?
toward
I'm sorry, I missed that.
6 p.m. They left at 6:30, according
Oh, okay.
to Jesse. And hey, Callie. And so, yes. So I'm going to go through all of this, but talking about it with you guys really jogs my memory, because today when I was doing more research, I got a bit frustrated because it's not the site. Callahan's is fine. It is the way that the evidence was cataloged and described. It's atrocious. So
Well, that's part of the problem with that case, isn't it?
yeah, it's a huge problem. So, but anyway, I made a brand new opening. I'm very excited to show you guys, but I want to talk about the black phone.
Right.
I kind of want to show you guys the video, but I also want to talk about the black phone.
Well, I mean, we're not stuck on one thing here, so you do you.
You guys want to see it? Do you want to see it?
Yeah, if you got it and you want to show it, by all means.
I'm a little bit proud of it. This one might be my best one yet, I think. Okay. And I want to shout out to my girl, Christine G. That's me. Because there was a part of the audio that was a little bit low and it had nothing. There's nothing. I didn't know how to fix it. And she fixed it for me.
Oh, so she's awesome. And I must say, her laugh is so contagious. I laugh when she laughs, even if it's not funny to me. Just to hear her laugh makes me automatically laugh.
She makes me laugh all the time.
Yeah.
she just did such a phenomenal job. All right, so here we go.
Oh, I like it already.
By real monsters.
And if they were to be set free on the street, then they would have to look behind their back, what's behind their back, to see if Pam Hobbs was bothering them.
Biggest bombshell of the new defense investigation is that an unexplained hair that could be from another victim's stepfather was found on shoelaces at the crime scene.
At this moment, the West Memphis 3 are free.
After nearly 30 years, questions still remain. Did the West Memphis 3 do it? What happened in those woods May 5th, 1993? Join me, Jen Liu, as we take a look back through the case files. Welcome to Deep Dive, the West Memphis 3. There you go.
I think it's excellent. I really do. And I'm not just saying that. It was very well done.
Thank you.
You got some really good footage.
Thank you.
Or you tied it together. I mean, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm a little proud of that one. That one took me a minute.
You should be. Absolutely. So how long, I mean, if you don't mind me asking, how long does it take to do something like that? I have not a clue.
Oh, if I would have
Way
stayed
long.
if I would have stayed on task the whole time and not been distracted by like
Life, right?
no, not even life, like I did thank you, babe. Uh, um not like Manchington Mansion a little bit, maybe some Heyday, some YouTube, a little bit of Netflix. It probably
Yeah,
would have
you
taken
gotta live a
me
little.
mm, probably like 4-5 hours to do that, maybe a little bit more. It takes a long time. It takes first you have to have the idea, right? And then you have
Right.
to put it at, then you have to start putting the pieces together. And like where Todd and Dana Moore are speaking, that's not actually what he's saying with that visual, because the part where he's saying they were being really killed by monsters,
Hmm.
the visual for that is a shot of Weaver Elementary, but that wouldn't have made sense. So I had to like make the clip for the video, then make another video, detach the audio, and put it all together. It just takes a little bit time. Just takes time. Hey, Melissa Jade, good to
Hey,
see
Melissa,
ya.
you must have the patience of a saint, though, because I
I
would probably
don't.
lasted that for about 25 minutes and like, fuck it,
No,
I'm
I
done.
don't. Do you know how many times I would walk out of my bedroom being like, I'm going to throw this whole freaking computer in the
That
trash? Like
bad.
I was so frustrated. I get, it gets tedious, but when you guys like tell me what a good job I've done, or, you guys are really into it and enjoy it, um, that's when that makes it makes it worth it. It really does.
No,
It
and I'm
really
not just saying
does.
this. It looked very professional. Not saying you're not a professional, but that looked like it was.
I'm not professional. I don't
Well,
get paid
well,
for
but you,
this.
but you, you looked the part. Let's say it that way.
Thank you. Well, I have to say, Christine G has given me a lot of like really good advice, because she knows that I want to learn. I don't want somebody to do it for me. I want somebody to teach me how to do it so I can do it myself. I don't want somebody to catch the fish for me. I want to catch the fish myself,
Right.
you know.
That was. Were you helped along, or did you just go in this blind and just figure it out as you went along? Because I wouldn't know where to start with something like that.
Well, I started out, Dr. B helped me out a lot. Like sh gave me Canva. And so I just really started playing around with it and getting more adventurous, and like adjusting things that I didn't even know I could adjust. And then I use Animotica too. And then I started being like, I'm just going to start playing with these other things that I never even used before.
But it's fun though,
And
isn't it?
yeah, and I've kind of learned like that. And I will tell you, like, again, Christine has given me so many tips and tricks and stuff like that. She's been incredibly supportive. So there you go.
Well, she's super cool anyway. That doesn't
She
surprise me.
is. She's a great gal. Okay, so Black Phone. What'd you think?
Yes, Black Phone.
What did you think?
I actually did enjoy it.
I did too. I was surprised.
I was surprised. Now, let me tell you, I think you and I talked before, at least texted when you brought it up, and I said,
Mhm.
no, I haven't seen it because the trailer didn't do anything for me. Now, looking back, I'm kind of glad it didn't, because I feel like Halloween Kills gave the whole movie away in the trailer. And
Yeah,
that's why I refused to watch the Halloween Ends trailer, because I have a feeling they may do the same thing.
I'm not watching it either. I refuse to
Yeah,
watch
no,
it.
I refuse to. Anytime it's popped up, I'm like, fuck it, I'm not doing it.
Me too.
So this did just the opposite. The trailer didn't hook me, but it also didn't give away anything either. And maybe I needed a little bit more, but whatever. I enjoyed it. That's the answer.
It was really good. And for me, there's two different trailers. And I actually thought,
One was incredibly boring. I will say that. So that must have been the one I saw.
yes, the one that I saw was far more dark than even the one that they're like. So if you go on Peacock and you select Black Phone, the trailer will play.
Okay.
And that is definitely 100. I know it's not the trailer that I saw. I
Was
know it
was this
isn't.
one was that one more revealing about to the storyline, or
The one that's on Peacock is more revealing to the storyline. The one that
okay?
I saw originally 2 years ago, I think it was. No, it couldn't have been 2 years. A year ago was it gave nothing away at all. In fact,
Kelly, we're going to talk about it. We're going to spoil it for you,
no,
unfortunately.
we're not going to. No spoilers. No spoilers. We
Well,
can
not spoil it, but
yeah, you
yeah,
have to
okay,
watch
okay,
it.
well, okay, yeah,
We
you're
won't
right. You won't
spoil it. No spoilers, I promise.
There you go. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, the original one that I watched gave nothing away. In fact, it didn't even show
I didn't get it.
any of the actors in it.
No, it was just him in the basement. The one I saw, it seemed.
Yeah, but it
The
was
phone ringing.
yeah, that's the one I saw. That's
Right.
the one I saw. That's the one that hooked me because it gave nothing away. That's why it hooked me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
I think I
weird like
needed
that.
one more syllable to connect it for me.
Well,
But it doesn't matter. It has now,
Yeah.
and it was good.
yeah, it was really, really well done. And what I liked about it is that, first of all, it had some surprising actors in there that I wasn't prepared to
The
see.
kids were phenomenal, were they not?
Yes, but also they paired Ethan Hawke and the cop from Sinister.
Hmm.
That's who that is. They
Okay,
put them back together. Yes, they paired them back together again.
That was the brother.
Yes, and then they pair, and then who was the other? The kids were phenomenal, and
They
then
were.
the scientist from the last 2 seasons of Lost, the one that was always nervous all the time. Oh my God, Andrew, was it? He's the dad. I'll tell you. Hold on, let me Google out.
The alcoholic?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't recognize him. And
Yeah, I
watched Lost.
recognized him immediately.
You did?
Yes.
Well, how the hell did I not?
I don't
Because
know.
I was a
I'm
lost
just
like freak.
I'm just a huge nerd that way. Like I will notice the most random, ridiculous background crap ever. All right, hold on. Let me tell you.
Maybe because he had that large beard.
That could be it.
Yeah.
Jeremy Davies. Let me tell you who he played in Lost.
Yeah,
Hold on.
please.
He was what's his name? What's her name's son? Hold on. I'll tell you who it was. Who he played. Just give me a second. He was the that real rich woman's son. Hold on, I'll tell you.
Oh, is that the one who financed?
Yes.
I'm drawing a blank though. Who?
I know.
People?
Faraday, Daniel Faraday. And his
okay,
mom,
I recognize the name from the credits. Yeah.
His mom was Eloise Hawking. And her son was Daniel Faraday. I think his dad was Charles Whitmore.
Okay.
Remember that? Hey, Navigator.
God, that was such a good show, wasn't it? I hated the ending though. The ending was
trash.
But then again, I hate the ending of a lot of things. My wife and I, we were in the car this evening when my son was with us, and we're talking about he hasn't seen the end of Ozark yet. I don't know if you've ever watched that.
Everybody keeps telling me to, and it's on my list.
So great, but the ending, because it's the season, not the season finale, the series finale, like it's done, and it let me down. And he's like, that's what I heard. He's like, I guess that's why I haven't finished. He has like 6 left to go. I'm like, well, I'd say watch it. You've gone all this way. But yeah, it pisses me off when something lets you down like that.
Yeah, I don't like a bad ending. And, it's hard. Like when you have a series that's gone on for a long time, it's hard to give it an adequate ending. I wouldn't want to be faced with that task. But I just thought, I thought Black Phone was really well done. And it's not... I'm going to tell you guys right now, it isn't scary. And that's not by my standards.
It's creepy, though.
It is. It's more suspenseful than scary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's what I would say. And I know that my scale of scared is set exceedingly high. But I can tell when a movie is supposed to be scary and it's just me. Other people are scared by it, but I'm ruined, right? I'm damaged goods. It takes a lot to really scare me. So, yeah, this is more thriller suspense.
But I like when a movie brings out like an emotion in me. And when he was going up the steps to try to escape,
Yes,
I was like,
there was some really good, like,
yeah, that was That might have been my favorite part of the movie because I had no clue what was going to happen, and I assumed something was going to happen, which
Right.
obviously it did. But I'm like, wow,
Right.
that was cool.
Right. So I thought it was really well done. I really did. I would definitely give it like 2 thumbs up. Absolutely go and check it out. Absolutely. 100%.
No, definitely. And I like the idea, and I was when it starts off in the summer of 1978, and I was certain I would have bet money on it. It was going to go to modern day, and it stayed in 1978, which I thought was even cooler.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the summer of '84. You ever seen that?
Yes, I have.
It was really reminiscent of that.
Right.
Although that one has a twist in it that even I wasn't ready.
Right.
It was good though. That's another good one you guys should all check out.
That is a good one.
And I will say that I actually liked the Black Phone better than Sinister. I thought this was better. I thought it was better than Sinister. No, I don't want. No, maybe not better. That might be the word. Might not be the right word. The way that the critics and people that have been talking about it, the way they spoke about it was they compared it to the movie Sinister, like it was like Sinister, and I don't think it was, not at all.
No, I don't either.
But a lot of people made that comparison, and I strongly disagree. I think the only thing that the Black Phone and Sinister have in common are Ethan Hawke, and then the same guy played the detective, and then the brother. That's it. Just those 2 actors. But as far as storyline and even other ways, like the way it was filmed is not the same at all.
No, it's 2 different. Yeah, absolutely 2 different movies. Yes.
Yeah.
So
So I would definitely recommend that one. Oh, Cement Shoes, the summer of '84 gave me the twist I wasn't ready for.
Well, Cement Shoes, I feel there were some supernatural elements in Black Phone.
Yes, there are.
Which is something I stay away from. The paranormal, supernatural just never interests me. But
it depends on how it's done for me.
Well, it was done well.
Yes.
In my opinion here, because normally that's a total turn off for me. I've never seen the what's the ones that they. We talked about this before.
Paranormal Activity.
Yes, those never, no interest. Just never bothered with it.
I mean, I watched them all, but I wasn't like whatever. Summer of '84 was awesome. Cement Shoes, I love that. You guys should all check that out. It's on Prime. It's not free anywhere. I think you have to rent it, but it's not expensive if you do it on Prime. I think it's like $3.
Have you seen the Changeling, the Christine G with the ball bouncing down the steps?
Yeah, that was a scary one. Hey, Are you watching American Horror Stories?
Of course I am. Okay, now I'll be honest with you. I took my my little gummy last week, so I didn't get all the way through Milkmaids. I told my wife, I'm like, let's stop because I'm starting to lose focus here. And the plan is we're going to watch that either tonight or tomorrow in time for the 4th episode. Or are we on episode 5?
We're on 4. Yeah. No, we're on 4. 5 will be Thursday.
That's what I mean. Yeah, we're going to get 4's Milkmaids. We're going to get that out of the way before 5 comes on. But I've liked it. The first one was awesome. The dollhouse one.
It's exactly what I said it was going to be. I'm so proud of myself for calling that.
You guessed that?
I did. You have to go watch Like and Stream, but we were talking about it, and I said,
"Okay, let me ask you a question though. When did you? How soon did you pick it up? There's no way you got it off the bat.
I got it.
Or did you?
I got it from the trailer.
What?
Yeah, because this is what I was remembering.
Well, real quick, Callie, it's American Horror Stories. American Horror Stories season 11 doesn't begin until the fall, but this is American Horror Stories season 2.
Yeah. So with an S on the Hulu.
Yes, stories.
Yeah.
Plural. Yes.
So from the trailer, I guessed it because of the dolls, and I remembered Coven.
I don't remember there being a big deal about dolls in Coven, though.
Really?
I guess I missed something. I mean, it's been a while.
You had to have, because the butler. Don't you remember Coven?
Oh, I remember Coven. I just don't remember.
And Madison Montgomery.
Yeah, that's Emma Roberts, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
his attic room
Okay,
and
right.
what he did.
Oh,
That's how I put it together.
I would have never, I would never even think of any of that. I never thought
I
of them
told
tying
you I'm a
into.
huge weirdo.
No, it's not weird. It's sharp.
Well, here's the thing. So, American Horror Stories,
But
the first
you didn't know he was the baller though. There's no way you knew that.
this is what I said. I
Okay.
said, wouldn't it be something if they tied that in, if this season were tied into Spalding, because they're showing the dolls and the kid and all
Wow.
of that. That's what I said, because I based it on American Horror Stories, the first season, which did have elements of Murder House in it.
The Murder House.
So I
Yeah.
figured, okay, they're probably going to tie this into some other season of, and when I saw the dolls, that's instantly what I thought of.
Oh, good on you.
Yeah,
No,
I thought
totally.
I was.
I didn't get it till the very end when Myrtle came walking. I'm like, oh my god. Well, actually, when they pulled up and I saw the outside, I'm like,
Yes.
oh wait a minute.
Well, they
wait a
changed the
minute.
music too.
Oh, I didn't even put that together. I just saw that. I'm like, oh, I got
Yeah, they changed the music.
the last 3 minutes. I finally fucking get it.
Yeah, it was, and I thought that,
Navigator, no, it's Peacock and Prime. Sorry, it's not on Hulu yet.
yes.
Sorry, Jen.
No, babe. Yeah, you're right. Yes, Navigator. What Molson Man said. What else? Oh, I forgot. Oh, what was the second one? The second one was okay.
Oh, that doorbell camera thing.
Yeah, that one was all right.
Aurora? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Aurora. That
Yeah.
one was okay.
Drive was next.
Drive was. I mean,
Drive was interesting. I'd say. I
Yeah.
didn't.
Milkmaids,
it
though,
kinda
was
got me.
kinda
I
like.
didn't see it in the beginning. I didn't quite see it that way, but
Yeah, and then the Milkmaids was kind
yeah.
of
How was
like.
Milkmaids? Did you like that one?
I was kind of like, unimpressed. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. It just kind of left me feeling meh at the end of it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, like I said,
did you
I
like
was
it?
under the influence, so I wasn't following it. So
Yeah, it was a little hard. It was a little bit hard to follow. The thing that I would suggest, and I doubt that anybody that works on American Horror Stories is listening, but if you are,
yeah.
hey, Lycan, how you doing? If you are, oh, I did like the movie. No. This is about American Horror Stories. Remember when I was on your panel and we talked about it because we saw that trailer and
Oh, did he guess it too?
no, I guessed
Okay.
it on his panel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's before it aired. Okay, gotcha.
It was before it aired. Yeah. So that's what we were talking about. No, I liked the Black Phone. So the suggestion I would make to American Horror Stories is that there's some huge plot holes that you've got to start connecting the dots a little bit better. It's a little bit hard to follow. And I'm one of those people that it takes a lot for me not to be able to follow it. But
yeah,
there's
but every
some plot
episode
holes.
self-contained. So, like, what do you mean by plot holes? Like
In the story, it's individual episodes themselves. If they're
Okay.
they're a little disjointed in themselves
Okay.
because it's part of the shtick. And that's why, you silly man. That's why it has to. That's because it's stories, not it's a spinoff.
But I like that they don't all connect. I like that some of them are self-contained.
I do like that part. I like that part, but which is what I was looking forward to, is that they were just going to be individual stories, not a season of a set plot, right? Different plot.
I would like a tie into Hotel on one of them. Hotel's my favorite season of American Horror Story.
I can't say that Hotel's up there for me, but it's not. It's like it's in the top 5 and it's number 5.
Well, that's where it came in the season, or like in the order anyway.
Yeah. I
It'd
mean,
be like
actually, I would say that's not, well, no, because Coven, of the first 3 seasons, Coven was my least favorite. I like Freak Show better than I like Coven, but I like Coven better than I like Hotel.
But Asylum is what, 1 or 2?
2.
So Murder House is number 1.
Mm-hmm. I like
Okay.
Murder House and Asylum are like tied for the number one spot for me.
I
I
just
don't know
feel
why.
Asylum was just way too long.
Yeah,
Just
but
way too long.
I just loved it. I just loved it. It was
I know
so,
everybody did. I'm
it was
one of the ones that
so
stands on my own island with that one.
it was so dark and
It was
so
very dark. Yeah. Which is kind of my thing.
yeah, the fact that they like that they had Sister Jude and she was, bucking at the patriarchy of the, like I just loved all of it,
Violently so too, right?
Do what?
I said violently so.
Yeah, for reals. Yeah, she was Sister Jude. But that was I just thought it was dark in the best ways. You know what I mean? That's what I loved
that
about
is
it.
true.
And
Well, I didn't catch it all too late, so my wife and I were binge watching it. Like we were trying to we started in like right before Halloween and wrapped up right before Christmas, and we literally did seasons 1 through. We started our very first season was 1984 that we watched, and then I'm like, we got to watch the rest of them because I thought maybe they were connected, which it turns out, well, yeah, they are, but they're not.
Not all of them
necessarily.
And yeah.
But we started, and then I figured I wanted to get the freak show so bad because I'd heard so many good things. So I was like, come on, Asylum. I'm like, you're like 47 episodes. Let's go.
Right.
I guess that was it, but I loved Freak Show as well.
Freak Show was amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, let me just say this. And I've said it a million times. I'm going to say it 11 billion times. That episode with Sister Jude or with Jessica Lange, and they're going back to how Elsa lost her legs is one of my favorites. Just her in those boots was just ridiculously hot.
She takes that shit off. You're like, damn.
Yeah, she's just like ridiculously hot. So,
did you like Roanoke
movie? Which one?
Roanoke. Season 6?
No.
I liked Roanoke. Everybody else hated it.
No, I thought it was stupid, and I thought, you know what I thought? I thought that Ryan Murphy phoned it in. I'm sorry, that's just what I thought. That season had so much potential, and it just never did what it was supposed to do. See, I just never thought it delivered. I just never thought it did what it was supposed to do.
See, I like reality TV, so maybe that's why, because it turned into that. So I was like, well, this is kind of cool. This is different from what we're used to.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I will say this. I've actually watched every single season twice except for Roanoke.
Okay.
That's it. I will never. That one I was like a one and done, and normally I'm not a one and done kind of girl, especially when it comes to shots. But, but that one I was definitely one and done. I just
what
thought
about
was terrible. What about what?
Cult, the season after.
Oh, Cult. I
agree, and I hated that one. That's the worst one. But we'll get there. That's the one coming in.
I thought Cult was shit, to be honest with you. I got it, but I just didn't like it. It wasn't the best. I didn't think I thought Evan Peters was good, but I think Evan Peters is always good. He always gives his all. But
he was good in Cult.
He was good in he was good in Cult. But it wasn't I didn't like that one. And what's after that? Apocalypse.
I hated it.
Okay.
Absolutely hated it.
The best part, the only this is a conundrum for yours truly, because as everybody knows, I do not like Emma Roberts. I don't like her at all. Not even a little.
What is wrong with you?
Don't. I don't know. I just don't like her face. I don't like anything about her. I just don't like her. I just think
you're entitled to your opinion.
I'm like 2 thumbs down. I just can't. I just don't care for her. But
did you like her on Scream 4, or you just don't like her in anything?
She was all right in Scream 4, but it's so hard for me. It's such a dichotomy. Is that actually that episode where they revisit the murder house was my favorite episode.
Okay.
Of Apocalypse, and she's primarily in that.
That's so strange that you just.
I just can't get into her. She's one of I'm just gonna
So I guess
say
you
it.
didn't like 1984 just because she was the main lead, right?
No, I didn't know. I didn't like 1984 for whole other reasons. But
Okay.
you know who Emma Roberts reminds me of? She reminds me of actor of like Kristen Stewart. Emma
Okay.
Roberts and Kristen Stewart have like 3 faces that they make when they emote. And it's kind of annoying to me because it's not even a real actual face of emotion or emoting. It's just like they end up looking confused and constipated.
Vincent said she looks like Amber Heard.
Vincent's right. She just looks like confused and constipated at the same time, which I think, frankly, is a bad combo. But that's how she looks. Like her.
Jen, you fucked this up for me because I'm probably never going to see her the same anymore.
I'm sorry, nobody sees
No, it's
Tom
all good.
Cruise the same anymore either. Now that I told everybody he's got a big tooth in the middle of his face.
That's true. That's symmetrical line right now.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? You have all this money, you couldn't, But
Okay, so 1984 is off the table then, because that's next.
Okay, 1984 had its points.
I didn't like how it all ended up being these ghosts and all the dumb shit like that. I was hoping it'd be more like a Friday 13th-ish kind of thing.
That's what I was hoping for, and then when they ended it the way that they ended it, as if it's
supernatural shit's not my shit.
Well, I don't have a problem with the paranormal, okay? But let's be honest. How many hellmouths are there in the world? Which is essentially what hotel is. Murder house is not exactly a hellmouth, but what they tried to do was take the elements of Murder House and what made Murder House the way it was and put it to a camp. And I just couldn't.
Yeah.
It just felt, I couldn't get on board with it. And
it could have been done differently, and
it could have been,
but, therefore better.
But what I will say is, at first, when I watched it the first time, I was like, why are they acting so cheesy? And then I realized they are going for one of those Friday the 13th 1980s slasher movies, which would have been fine for me. But they didn't carry that through, that whole theme. They didn't carry it through the entire, and so they lost some of their wind or their mojo.
Like I said, when it turned, because they had the Night Stalker in there, which I thought, oh, this is kind of cool. They what a great idea to incorporate the Night Stalker, and then it was just kind of like it lost its thing when they were turning into Ghost. I'm like, okay.
But what would have been better, in my opinion, for casting is if they would have taken the actor,
got rid of Emma Roberts.
Well, no. If they
that goes without saying,
right? If they would have taken the actor who played him in, well, he's actually been in 2 seasons of
he was in
America. He was in the Murder House. He was the second family. He was the husband.
Okay.
The second family at the bottom. But if they would have taken the actor who played Richard Ramirez in The Night Stalker and put him in 84, I think it would have been much more effective. I think he would have been a better Night Stalker than the kid that played the Night Stalker.
I feel like they did a. But you got a good point. But yeah, I think they did good with what they had.
I did, and the guy that they cast to play Richard Ramirez in 84 looked more like Richard Ramirez than the other actor, but still, I just thought he was good in Hotel as Richard. I thought he captured the essence of his.
Well, they were all good with that. Remember, who played what's Lily? Lily played
Lily Ray,
Eileen Warnos or
Warnos. Yeah, she was really good at playing.
She did
Eileen.
fantastic with that.
Yeah, she.
And then what's his name? Who's the shit?
Hey, Shmina.
Carol. You know what I'm saying? He played
Gacy.
Yes, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really good. I like that.
Yes,
I like that dinner party thing that they did in Hotel.
Yes, cool. I liked that too.
Now we got I want to say Deep Impact. We have double feature. Okay, I loved Red Tide. I hated how it ended. Death Valley. It's okay.
Okay, so
They should have just stuck with Red Tide and kept it going for the whole season.
That's
in my
what I
opinion.
thought. I
Yeah.
really thought that they should have been two separate.
Well, you could have season 10 being Red Tide, and season 11 could have been, which is the upcoming season,
Right.
Death Valley.
Yeah, exactly. I really thought that by breaking the season up, but having two totally different stories,
With
I
no
think-
connection. I thought there'd be a connection between
I
the
thought
two.
there would be a
Then there never
connection,
was.
and also the thing is that the ending to both of them was abrupt. The way that Death Valley ended was abrupt. I actually thought I went to go on Hulu and I was like, oh, I'm going to watch the new American Horror Story, and there wasn't one. And I was like, oh, maybe they're doing that thing that they do. So where do I go? Where do I always go? I went to the Googles and I looked it up and I was like, what? This is the last episode. Taria. I was mad. I was like, what? It just ended so abruptly. I thought that if they had made them two separate seasons and made them a full season each, that it would have been better for the character development. Because to be quite honest with you, I actually didn't give a shit about anybody in either episode, either show. And I always end up having some sort of feelings one way or another, either good or bad, towards, the characters in the shows or in the seasons. And I didn't this time. There was no at all.
So you're telling me when Doris turned into the Pale, you didn't want her to go and like totally fuck up Ursula? Because that's what I wanted. The agent.
Yeah, I did. But here's the thing. I had just started getting invested in the characters and who they were, right, and how they all related to each other.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's when that's why I was annoyed. Now, what do we? Of course, we can talk about Evan Peters. You mean my other? I've got like 3 Hollywood husbands. Evan Peters is one of them too, but and Johnny Depp also. Yeah, the thing is that when they took away. This is my problem in the latest seasons, in the latter seasons, is that they're taking away the core actors who made up the characters. Now, don't get me wrong. I like additions. I like Billy Lord. Okay. I like Finn Whitrock a lot. I like Cody Fern. But what I feel like is
you want Jessica Lange in all of them, which I agree. She should be.
I do. And I moved past Jessica Lange.
Okay.
Because I was like, listen, Jessica, it is what it is, Jen. You just got to accept it.
Right.
Then they started less and less Evan Peters. And that's what made me mad, because I think Evan is really good at capturing the quirkiness of his character.
Well, he was good as Austin in Red Tide. I mean,
yes, he was.
Totally.
But we couldn't get to know Austin any. You know what I'm saying? It was just too abrupt.
No, I get what you're saying.
Christine G. You know what's very interesting to see this conversation about this with Molson, because when Jen starts with me have you seen, our conversation dies. I haven't seen it. And she does also say this. No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not Molson. I don't know these things. But then we have other stuff we can talk about.
Yeah, well, you're good at what you do. Then I mean, I enjoy whenever you guys like the Diane Downs thing. I'm like, she just cracks me up. I mean, Diane Downs, it's a serious thing and it's not funny, but I mean, Christine just makes me laugh.
Look, the shit that comes
well,
out
you do
of
too.
Diane.
I mean,
thank you, but the stuff that comes out of Diane's mouth.
Oh Christ! The other night, I'm like, Diane, stop! Just stop talking.
Just Diane. Spoiler alert. The answer to that they want to hear is, I'm changed. I've accepted responsibility. Yada, yada, yada.
She no one briefed her. There's got to be people in the prison that hey, when you go up before these people, they want to hear X, Y, and Z instead of talking about all this craziness.
Okay. So, but by 2020, which is the one we're watching, she had the 2008 one, a 2010 one. There was one in between, and then this would be her 4th one.
Even the Manson family are more down to earth and like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Doing their hearings. And
Yes.
almost was like, you should let Leslie Van Houten out. She's learned her, whatever. Diane Downs, like she's fucking
Diane Downs is like, her whole argument for getting out is A, I need to take care of my parents, and B, I need to track down the real killer.
I'm gonna team up. I said this the other day team up with OJ. We're gonna crack both cases.
Right? Like, what the fuck, Diane? Stop it. Like, come on.
No, but you know what? I'm glad you did what you did with her because I've followed her ever since, but I never saw any of that the 2020 stuff. So I'm like, this has been amazing to me. I'm like, God damn, like I knew she was batshit crazy from years ago, but like it almost gotten worse. Okay, you can never let her out.
Okay, when we were watching the news interview and she talked about the procedure she had done with with all that, like I had no idea that they were going to air that. I've seen a ton of her like interviews and stuff like that, but they're always like, they've always been really clipped and really edited. And I do recall that interview that I played, but with the local news, but I don't recall that part of it being in there. And
Okay.
so when she talked about it, I was just freaking floored. Like, not because like it's an issue and people feel the way they feel, and I don't want to get into all that, but what I'm saying is I wasn't prepared with the way that she spoke about it. It was just weird, and I wasn't ready.
And the other thing is like, okay, so I'm at work and I'm talking to a coworker who's a friend of mine, or someone, whatever, and I'll talk, and eventually they'll say, hey, okay, cool, all right, we're doing something else now. Like they kept letting her go on and on. Like you're in front of the parole board, and they're just letting her just fucking talk shit the whole time. Like, when is someone going to stop her and like, hey? And she never answered one question, did she?
None. No. I mean, she answered them, but
she answered them like
she gave an answer, but not.
But she never answered the meat of it.
Right? No, she answered a question, just not the question they asked. And I think with her this is what I suspect the parole board is doing. I think it's very difficult for them to explain why they're keeping a 67-year-old woman in jail, right? Or in prison all this time. Like, what danger could she possibly be? Right. But she is a danger because she has, hey, Wanda Wonders. Thank you so much. The thing with her is that to the public at large, would she be a threat? No, but the thing of it is what is that saying? A friend or a stranger is a friend you just haven't met yet. You know what I mean? So
I say that shit.
Yes, it's her interpersonal relationships that are a problem. I mean, look, the guy that she ended up getting pregnant right before she ended up going to to trial and then to prison when she gave birth and everything like that. That was like not I think small sacrifices made it more involved than it was. I think
I don't believe she had that bond with him.
Right. I think it was.
She couldn't give a shit. Right.
Right. I think it was maybe like a one and done situation, or maybe a two and done. Right.
They were trying to make her a little.
They were trying to help her out a little bit, is what they were.
Yeah, they did. They did her a solid in that, didn't they?
Right. And so, that's what's scary about how conniving she is. She doesn't have to meet somebody for over a long period of time. And that's why and that's why she continues to be dangerous. And plus they let her ramble on because they got to show that she does not accept accountability for her crime. See, it's one thing. Not at all. It's one thing. Like for the West Memphis 3, because I was thinking about this. They were never none of them were ever eligible for parole. That was never going to be a deal. So this was never going to be an issue. The only way the West Memphis 3 were getting out of prison would have been either through what happened, which was an Alford plea, which was, I confess, when that happened, I never saw that coming. But the other way would have been through a new trial, and then they would have been acquitted and then exonerated, right? So I thought about this, like, what if it was Jesse, right? Because they were not that's not the right word. They were approaching him, and they wanted him to testify. They needed his testimony. I mean, I think Fogelman acknowledges that the case was weak, right? So I was thinking, well, what if it was Jesse? What if things had gone differently and Jesse had ended up testifying and he ended up eligible for parole? And yet he is like Diane and he continues to maintain his innocence, and how that would look to the parole board. It's one thing when you didn't commit the crime and you are factually innocent. It's another thing when you are actually, oh, thank you, Shmina. Thank you so much.
Oh, I
There
see what
is
you
no-
did there, Christine. I see.
There
Very,
is no
very
cheese.
clever.
There is no cheese and there is no cracker.
Very clever.
She over here drinking Pop Rocks and Coke.
Remember Urban Legend when they did that?
Yes. So yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, what do you do when you are when you are actually innocent? And I don't know.
Well,
I
that's
guess
Diane Downs, and she'll tell you.
let me Diane who did it, but yeah, whatever.
Well, I agree with you. The fact she's an older lady, I don't think she would go out and commit any crimes, but she'd be the one who would be living next door to you. And when you had a cookout, she'd be the asshole that come out in the yard and make a total fool of herself, like yelling at you and your guests for being too loud or being whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Just obnoxious and annoying.
But I also think that she's dangerous in a different way.
Well, she's dangerous. In fact, she's going to try to steal the ladies' husbands and everything else going on.
I feel like she would.
She's dangerous.
I feel like she is manipulative and cunning enough to land a husband, but I also think that she is murdery enough where she would be like slowly poisoning him over time, in order to get his life insurance.
Oh, like the Marie Hilly one. Yeah, there you go.
That's where she would be a danger. And yes, she would not call the cops about your backyard barbecue. She would call the FBI. and
go straight to the top.
And then follow up with a letter to the FBI.
But you're right. And then she'll make nice and come over for the cookout, and then she'll start slowly putting shit in your beer.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
She's one of those. Right. She would be like, who is it is that the person you said, is that the little old lady that used to take in the boarders and she was murdering them and kept their Social Security checks?
Oh, you're talking about Marie Hilly?
Yes. Is that who that is?
She was a lady in Alabama who poisoned her husband. She poisoned two husbands and then was poisoning her daughter. And then they found out her daughter had those things on her like you can tell someone had
yes.
What's her name?
Okay.
What show is that? Who's the Boss played her in a movie.
Judith Light.
Yes, there you go. She played her in a movie. And she was really good at her.
Okay.
Or playing her.
See, I feel like she would either be her or she would be that other little old lady who had a house full of boarders. And hi, Jody, it's cool. Good to see you. And what she was doing is
I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah, unaliving these boarders. They all paid her with their Social Security money. They were all older too. The people that stayed there, and they didn't have a lot of family. And so what she was doing is she was unaliving them and burying them in her backyard. And continuing to collect their Social Security checks. Mm-hmm.
As one should. Okay.
The government owes you. What are you talking about?
Of course. No, I don't know that one. The Marie Hilly one, though, I just remembered something about that. She actually, because she committed these crimes, so she went on the run. She moved to another state and got together with another guy and then left again and then acted like she died and came back as her own twin.
Oh, that takes some extra.
And then even the people she used to work with were like, wait a minute, you're whatever her real name was. And she's like, no, I'm not. And it turned out it was her. And her husband, who she duped, stayed with her. And then he later on in life ended up she died. And then he got shot at some gas station. It was like a tragedy all the way around for him. But yeah, look that one up if you don't know it. Marie Hilly.
I'm going to look it up. I'm looking up this one.
She was a nutbag. I don't remember what year that was. I'm going to say that was back in the 80s or early 90s. That all went down.
Not her.
Yeah, who's the old lady? What do you know her name?
I'm trying to I'm looking it up. I'm trying to Google it, but not all I'm getting is hold on. Oh, maybe I'm trying to remember how to. I try to know. I'm trying.
Don't tell me you forgot how to Google. I know you're
I
the
know
queen
how
of
to
Google.
Google, but I'm not finding what I want the way I'm looking it up. I keep getting the Juana Barraza, and that's not who I want. I want hold on.
Yeah, you got me curious. Something to let me look something up.
Hold on.
That can't be.
Dorothea Helen Puente, that was her name.
I've never in my life
In the
heard of her.
1980s, she ran a boarding house in Sacramento, California, and murdered various elderly and mentally disabled boarders before cashing their Social Security check.
Damn.
Dorothea. When I did that, the old channel opener, she's in one of the pictures.
Is she?
Yeah. Hey,
Okay, what's her name? Okay,
Alexis.
say the name again.
Dorothea
Dorothea
Helen
Helen.
Puente. P-U-E.
Yeah, okay, it already came up.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a crazy one.
Yeah, she is. Life in prison without parole.
Yup. And she doesn't look like anybody. She looks like she could be on the Golden Girls.
Yeah, she looks like whatever her name was.
Rose.
Sophia.
She does look a little like Sophia.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, she
You
got her
don't
own
know her,
Wikipedia page
Christine?
and everything. I never heard of her until tonight. Okay, cool.
Christine's like, okay, well, I don't know her. Well, I don't know her either.
She's dead, Christine. She's been dead since 2011.
So, I wanted to
Well, I had
ask
to watch
you.
this now. Yeah, that's new to me.
Have you watched The Sandman yet on Netflix?
I have not.
You should.
Is it good?
It is.
Is it just a one thing or is it a series?
There's supposed to be. This is its premiere season. There's 10 episodes, and
Okay.
I like it because it reminds me of Supernatural, but
Oh God.
not in the ghost way, more in the biblical way. How they always had all those biblical references.
Oh, I don't know. That might even be worse for me.
It's just trust me.
Okay.
It has a lot. It has to do with the King of Dreams. These are all gods. The desire, death, Lucifer. Lucifer is played by
Ethan Hawke. You would be a good one.
No, by oh my God, Brianna of Tarth. Let me remember what the actress's name was. Hold on. Brienne of Tarth, I should say. Gwendolyn Christie. She played Brino from Game of Thrones. She played Brienne. You know,
I
the
never
big
did
tall.
Game of Thrones.
Oh my gosh.
I told you that before.
I know. I just forgot. I
Yeah.
just forgot. But yeah, she plays Lucifer. It's really good. You guys should all check it out. I will tell you that the first episode moves a little slow because it's an explanation episode. So,
Okay.
but once you get past
Sandman?
the Sandman.
Okay.
Once you get past the explanation episode, you're good. Also, I watched They Them, which premiered the 7th or 5th of August. Yeah, because
Okay, so just
the
recently.
Black Phone came out the 12th, and yeah, because I remember I got the email. So I watched They Them. It was all right.
All right.
Kevin Bacon was good. He was.
Oh, okay. I know exactly what I haven't seen it, but okay.
Yeah,
I know what
he was.
Is that the conversion therapy?
Yes.
Okay.
He was real reminiscent of his the character he played in oh my God, what is the name of that movie? It starts with an S, where he's
Tremors.
not Tremors, no. Where he's the juvenile prison guard. What is the name of that movie? Hold on.
God,
Let me hit up the Googles again.
it's not even ringing a bell for me.
Let me just Google up Kevin
I
Bacon
know him from Friday
movies.
the 13th, Tremors, Stir of Echoes.
He was good in Stir of Echoes. I like that movie.
But that was a good movie anyway, wasn't it? What was the one where they all died?
Sleepers is the name of the movie.
Oh, I have heard of that movie. Yeah, but
It's
I've
a
not
dark.
seen it.
That movie is dark, and I don't. It's very triggering. I mean, you know, you have to have sort of a tough constitution to watch that because it deals with a lot of heavy stuff. But the darkness of his character from Sleepers was real. It was reminiscent of that character in They Them. What movie where they all died?
Yeah, what's the movie with he was in? Shit. Julia Roberts was in it. They all
Flatliners.
Flatliners. Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Hey, Kes Chick. What's the other one I watched recently that I thought was good? I did American Horror Stories. I watched They Them. I watched.
So would you recommend They Them? It's decent.
Yes, it's
Okay.
all right. It's all right. I'm gonna give it 1 thumb up, not 2. It's all right.
Okay,
It's not the
all right.
worst, but it's not that great either. If you don't have, if you're just bored and don't have anything to do, watch it.
On a rainy Sunday, perfect. All right.
Yeah, there's another documentary on Netflix too called I Killed My Father.
Okay.
And it's really, really, really good, actually.
I killed my father.
Yeah, let me tell you.
I've not heard of that.
I'll tell you the case. It's out of Louisiana. Hold on, let me Google it real quick.
Did you watch Our Father?
I Killed My Dad is what it should be called. Is what it's called. Sorry, my bad. Oh, it's called Just Killed My Dad. It's the gripping true crime documentary. Let me see who it's about. Hold on. Give me just a sec. Did I watch what?
Was it Our Father, the guy in Indiana that?
No, I haven't watched that one yet. It's the case of Anthony Temple. He shot his father and never denied it.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Okay.
But the one you're talking about, I have not watched that one yet, but it is on my watch list.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, for sure. It was yeah. Watch it. I think you'll. Well, you don't use the word enjoy it, but it keeps you interested.
I will watch it. The other one that I watched on Hulu recently was the Girl Scout murders.
I'm missing a lot of stuff that's on.
Hold on. Let me tell you what it's called. Keeper of the Ashes, the Oklahoma Girl Scout murders. And it's got Kristen Chenoweth in it. She's really the host because she was supposed to go to that camp. It was Girl Scout camp. And she was supposed to go, but she was sick. And I'll tell you what it's about. Give me just one moment. Unless this takes me to Hulu. No, I don't want to open Hulu.
God, I feel like I'm not even qualified. All this stuff I've never even heard of.
Well, I've been trying to find other there's other cases that I want to cover, you know.
Yeah, just stuff that's not mainstream. Yeah, I get it. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really an interesting. It happened in 1973.
Okay.
And there were 3 girls that were killed at the camp. And
yes, chick. Guilty. Sorry.
Oh, yes, babe. Yes. Guilty, and he's got life without the possibility of parole. And
Jen, I'll be right back.
Okay, babe. His mom, their mother, the girl's mother, Tessie, she gave victim impact statement, and so did Aunt Connie. So yeah. If anybody sees Heather, whatever, let me know, because she sent me a super chat right as I ended the broadcast. Like I clicked end and then it ended and then it popped up, and I want to make sure I thank her. So if she comes in, please get my attention. But yeah, that one is a good one that I watched. What else have I seen recently? It's a really good documentary, actually. I can't really think. Now, what's the movie you said for me to look up? Christine GX? Let me look it up. I'm going to look at that. Let me see what it is. Let's see what the trailer is. Let me switch my account. Maybe we'll play it. All right, let's see. Oh. Should I play it, you guys? Oh, here's the deal with Bird Box. No, I didn't like it. I was bored, tired, and confused in the first 15 minutes. I just, I couldn't get into it. I just could not get into it. Stop it.
Okay, I heard you say you couldn't get into it. What are you talking about?
Bird Box.
I watched it. It was.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
You didn't watch it, or you just watched it and didn't like it?
I watched. I got I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 minutes into it, and I was
Jen, you didn't give it any time at all. Then
I tried. I couldn't do it. Listen,
sometimes you know what you know already.
This has happened to me before. Let me just give you guys a little story about your pal Jen Lou here. For years and years and years and years and years, I have this friend who has told me repeatedly, Jen, you've got to watch The Notebook. It's really good. And I'd be like, no, friend. I've tried many, many times to watch The Notebook. I really don't like chick flicks. I don't want to do it. And even though I love Ryan Gosling, I really liked him in Murder by Numbers. I liked him in other ones too, but I liked him in that one the most. And then one day I had nothing to do. I think I had scrolled. It was during the pandemic. I had scrolled to the end of Hulu. I had scrolled to the end of Netflix. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to actually sit here and make myself watch this damn movie. And I did. And I have to say, it was actually a good fucking movie.
See, there's always a surprise ones.
So sometimes I'm not in the right mood or the right state. And I have to give it another chance. So what I will say is this. I would be willing to reconsider and give Bird Box another chance. It might take me multiple tries, but I will definitely try. I've only tried once. I'll give it 3 tries.
All right, can I tell you something about it without giving anything away?
Sure, tell me.
I watched it, and as I'm watching, I'm like, okay, I was curious to see where it was going, and then the end happened, and I was like, fuck you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like the ending.
Yeah. Huh.
But that's just me. I'm not, you know.
I was going to ask if you're going to watch The Rings of Power, but I feel like you're not gonna.
I don't think I will.
Do you know what that is?
I have not a clue. No. And the thing about it is, I don't watch much TV. I truly don't. And to me, it's a chore to sit there. Like I have my shit. Like I watch Big Brother. Like things that I watch on the regular. Now, of course, I do my Datelines and my 2020s and all that.
Yeah, me too.
It's hard for me to do a day or night where we sit down and watch something. You know what I mean? It never pans out. Either like we end up having, I'm talking about my wife and I, we have a conversation, or we end up not being home, or we end up just putting on something we've seen a zillion times, and we end up talking through that anyway. It's just very difficult for me to get into something. Not to say I won't, but
so no, it's fine. No judgment. Here's the
thing. Right.
So obviously, The Rings of Power is really would be the prequel to The Hobbit. And obviously, definitely The Lord of the Rings, for sure.
Oh, my God, Amelia, that sucked. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to watch Midsummer, and then my daughter's like, Mom, no. I
sat through the whole thing, and I knew like you, Jen, I knew within 15 minutes, like, I'm not going to. But I'm like, no, let me let this run through. And I guess maybe that's the reason why I'm such a snob about things. No, that sucked. Did you like it, Amelia? Oh God.
You know what's a good underrated movie that Sandra Bullock did that didn't get a lot of hype, and it should have gotten more hype than what it got, is Premonition. That was a
never
good
saw it.
movie. You got to watch it. It's a
Okay.
good movie. It's really a good movie. So, so obviously it's the prequel to all of those, right? So this takes place after Sauron makes the rings, right? This is the lead up to the big war, right? So
Okay.
but I love The Hobbit. I love the Lord of the Rings more than I love The Hobbit, but I also love The Hobbit. I'm mainly rooted for Smaug. I'm not going to lie. I just thought he was such a snarky, sarcastic asshole dragon. The stuff that he said was just hilarious to me. I don't know. I'm just a weirdo like that. But I kind of, even though I've read the books, I was sort of rooting for Smaug anyway, but it is what it is.
No, you like a wide variety. That's
I do.
awesome. You do.
I do. So I'm very curious. They're going to this is going to be a series, so it's not going to be a movie. So I'm kind of curious how Prime is going to make this a series. Now, here's my thing about Prime. Here's my thing about every streaming service except for Netflix. You know why I like Netflix? Because
It was like the original, maybe.
Netflix puts the whole season out.
Yeah, they drop everything at once.
I don't like having to wait a week. And that's like regular TV. And it irritates me. So, but for some stuff, I'm willing to do it. The other one that's coming out at the end of August is what's the one I just was talking about? Something Rings. What was it called? Shit, I can't remember now. I can't even remember. But then at the end of August is the House of Dragon, House of the Dragon. And that is going to be talking about it's a Game of Thrones, and it's going to all the Targaryens and those
Rings of Power.
Yeah. The Rings of Power.
That's what Vincent just said. Yeah.
Thank you, Vincent. See what's wrong? I don't know what's wrong with me, but
I'm listening, and even it escaped me. So thank you.
Yeah, well, I'm the one saying it and excited about watching it. And how the hell am I going to watch a show? I can't even remember what the damn name
remember
is.
the name of it.
So, but yeah, I want to see that one.
Can I ask you a question?
It's going to be horrible, Vincent. Don't be negative. Yes.
Have you done Cobra Kai yet? Because the next season comes out September the 5th.
I have not done Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Because here's
but you did the first 3. You just
I'm just on this. I'm on the newest season. I need to do it, but I want to watch House of the Dragon because the Targaryens. So y'all think that Game of Thrones was like had some issues, and some of these people had cluster B personality disorders and all those things, right? And there was just all the things that were in Game of Thrones, but the Targaryens, they were the craziest of them all. Plus, there's dragons, and I need to see that. Yeah, I need to see that. So those are my 2 that are upcoming that I haven't started watching. But I was really, the Sandman took me by surprise because I thought it was going to be one way because it's based off of I don't think they're comic books. I think it's actually, maybe they are. It's either comic books or a graphic novel. I can't remember which one, but I sort of thought it was going to be like that, but the way that Netflix did it was really well done. And I can watch, like, I love all of the DC movies, and not all of them, but most of them, and I love the Marvel ones too. I like superhero movies, but I thought it was going to be done in that style, but it's not, and it was really well done. I was really surprised about it.
Well, I like the ones that end up surprising you. You know what I mean? Or me, I should say, like, something that you're like, I don't really know. Years and years and years ago, something about Mary. Like because I'm funny with comedies. My humor is really dark and whatever. She's like, we got to watch this. I'm like, I have no interest. And I put it off. And finally I watched it. I'm like, of course, it was hysterical and I loved it. I'm like, damn. I'm like, if I wasn't just such a snob about things and just open-minded, you just find those ones that you don't expect that really resonate or at least are hilarious.
Exactly. They surprise you. And
Right.
for me, the Sandman, I oh, you'll have to make time for it, Amelia. You have to watch it. It is so good. I expected it to be done as like the way that I'm used to comic books being done. Like even even The Watchmen was done in sort of in that same like theme, that same style, even though that's a far darker series of comics than like Batman or Superman or, you know, Spider-Man, any of those. But I thought that it was done really well. And it kind of Sandman was done really well. I liked it. And I haven't even read the comics, but I was very excited to see it because Netflix was making such a big deal about it. And usually the ones they make a big deal about are trash, but they were right this time. It was really, 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 really well done. So I am looking forward to seeing how they do the Rings of Power. I'm going to go in it with an open mind. Vincent's missing air.
Now,
I
when
definitely am.
we were talking about when things like on Netflix drop and they drop all at one time. Let's say it's like a 10 episode thing. Do you binge the whole thing?
I did. I binged
Yeah, see,
Sandman.
I
I
usually
binged
do
the
it
whole
too.
thing. Well,
Yeah.
okay, I have to say the truth. I binged the first 9 episodes.
Okay.
And then Christine and I had to go live on because I started watching it on Sunday. And then Christine and I did our live at 9:00. So that's when the 10th episode I would have been in like starting to watch the 10th episode like around 8:30 or whatever.
Right.
So I stopped and then I finished up the 10th episode Monday. Oh,
I was gonna say, did you do it right after your live, or did you just wait until the next day?
no, I waited until the next
Yeah.
day. Then, the other show that everybody should be watching, it's also on Paramount Plus, is Evil. And
What
I
is it?
will Evil, EVIL.
God,
It's
I know
really,
nothing.
really well done. And it's more it deals with it's somewhat supernatural, but it's more like possession,
Me neither.
yeah. But it's really the dichotomy, obviously, of good and evil, and it's basically the church against Satan. But it's really, really well done. It because it's a series and it's, you know, like an hour each. There's 3. This is the 3rd season, and I will say I liked the first season is a season. It's a good season, but it's one of the seasons where it's explaining the characters and how everybody is connected. Right? It's the
It's setting up the whole thing.
it's the setup, right?
Set up. Yeah.
But the 2nd and the 3rd season is when it gets darker. And also the thing is that the first season was actually on TV. It was on CBS. And so it's edited, highly edited. But
Okay.
the 2nd and 3rd season were done, I think, I know for sure the 3rd one was done just for Paramount Plus. And so there's cussing and they drop the F-bomb.
They
And
stepped
so
up
it's
the
way
game,
better.
yeah.
It's way better. It's way better because sometimes you just need to throw an F-bomb. And certainly if Satan is after you, the F-bomb would be appropriate, I think.
Well, it should be, right.
It would be an appropriate use of the word.
Did you watch The Exorcist when it was on? Not the movie, but they did a series. They did 2 seasons. Did you ever watch that?
Watch what?
It was called. It was The Exorcist. It was based upon the movie The Exorcist, but it was. I think
haven't.
Fox. I think it was on the Fox network.
I know you told me about it, and I
so
put
good,
it
but-
in my watch list, and I'm going to watch it.
The problem is they put it on Friday nights, and because of Friday nights are not good ratings for obvious reasons, and it just didn't do well. But I mean, it was really, really good. But anyway, that's my version of religion meets whatever. I'm weird with religion, and I'm nothing against religion. I guess I don't understand all aspects of religion, and it confuses me when people start to talk about it because I'm like, I don't get it.
It's not like that. It's not like preachy or anything like that. I mean, this is, it's the premise of it is that it's these 3 individuals, a priest, a psychologist,
Mhm.
and a scientist. and they are all employed by the Catholic Church as assessors. So they are the people that go out to the homes and talk to people that but it's not all about possession. There's other things that occur.
Okay.
And that's what they basically do. They investigate these phenomenon, but it's all tied to this specific situation or whatever. And as the story moves between the first season and the second season is where it really starts to become clear. And by the third season, you're just like, holy hell, it's really a good series.
Now, is it all done, or is there more seasons coming?
There will be a season 4.
Okay.
And all episodes are streaming on oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I'm reading
Wonders.
Wanda. Yeah.
Yay, I'm glad. I mean, I'm sorry that I made you. This is a rabbit hole. Yeah, I'm sorry about the rabbit hole part. But
Rabbit holes can be fun, though.
yeah, but it's this rabbit hole. It's
Well,
like
no,
you get down a rabbit hole with this one. Like today, I was down a specific rabbit hole, right? And then that rabbit hole led me down, and I had to keep myself on track and remind myself. In fact, I was,
do you want to share the rabbit holes, or you're going to keep them to yourself?
Well, no, it's just that I can share it. So
I know how one can lead to another, to another, to another. So yeah.
Well, I was looking at the fibers, and what I found was, which I'd known, it's just been a long time, right? So I was looking at photographs because everything that was seized from the boys, from Damien, Jason, and Jesse's homes was photographed, right? Except for this one specific shirt that came from Damien's house, which is said to be that is the same fiber as was found on Michael Moore's Cub Scout cap, and then E3, which is described as blue pants. Okay. The problem is that the rabbit hole I went down was trying to figure out are they pants or are they jeans? Because in the testimony, the word pants and jeans has been used interchangeably. And
dungarees the same, right?
Right. So, but it says pants, right?
Okay.
And so that caused me to then go and look at the missing children's report, right? The missing persons report on the boys, which then caused me to find another document from Gary Gitchell, who was the lead investigator, who wrote to the criminologist at the Arkansas State Crime Lab, Lisa Savakis, and was asking her all of these questions. Well, one of the questions that he asked, and it's dated, brace yourselves, May 26th. Do you think we should have the parents identify the clothing of the boys?
No.
Why would you be asking that? What, the 26th of May? So that's what, 11 days?
3 weeks later, right?
Yeah, 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
So that was my problem. Well, the items that were seized from Jason, Jesse, and Damien's homes are photographed, except for this one shirt. So then I thought, okay, well, odds are if the shirt was in the closet, which is where they said it was, right, it may be showing in another photograph, and it's not, like the photograph before or the photograph after. The specific photograph I want to see is missing. That's a problem. Then when you go and you try to look at the reports, which are the findings, the numbers have changed, and it's really hard to sort out and figure out. And then I was thinking about this candle wax that made me go down another rabbit hole. So I wanted to see if candle wax and crayon look the same to the naked eye.
Do they? To me, they would.
They do. To me, it depends on how you show it. So I showed the girls a cropped picture that was very clearly candle wax. And then I showed a picture of a whole shirt that was, it looks completely different. But when you crop the picture of the shirt and you just crop it to the crayon, it does look the same. It's very difficult to tell which one is the crayon and which one is the candle wax. So because that made me think it's never they did collect a blue candle from Dominique Tier's house, right? But and they said that there's blue wax on Stevie Branch's shirt, right? So people have long said that that's what connects Damien to the crime is this candle wax, right? But it was never compared. And it's hardly mentioned in the testimony by Lisa Savakias, which was the fiber analyst at the Arkansas State Crime Lab. It's just a real brief testimony over it. So that's it.
Who's there?
Mm-hmm. She wants me to get back on task, but that's the rabbit holes I'm currently down.
Well, we don't really have a task. We're over the map, as you and I typically are anyway.
Right. We talked about
we
talked about the Black Phone. It's a good movie. Go see it. Oh, you want to come up? Yeah. Let me give you the link.
Oh my God! As soon as I'm going to start laughing along with her.
All right, here we go.
It smells something burning.
Do you? I'm smoking a cigarette.
No, you know what it smells like? Right here, it smells like someone heated up Chinese food, and we have nothing like that here.
Oh, you might have a ghost.
Oh, and I don't believe in any of that. That's a hard sell for me. I don't believe in any of that. Well, I shouldn't say I don't believe in it. I've never experienced it. I guess that's the way I should put it.
Oh, really?
Not that I'm aware of.
Hey, Christine G, that's me.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Molson man.
What's going on?
Not much. I've never been on a panel with you.
No, not. I'm glad you're here.
Thanks, Jen.
You're welcome. Okay, get us back on task because obviously I'm all over the place.
I have the good task.
I can't get this fiber shit out of my head. Sorry.
I have the good task for you guys. Hold on a second. Let me.
Okay.
How's everybody doing tonight? Hi, chat. 1 second.
Okay.
I am well. Thank you for asking. I hope you're the same.
When I lived in the other house in Pinellas Park, every so often, and it happened enough where what am I supposed to do?
Go ahead, tell your story.
Okay.
Oh,
Should I add it? Because I don't know. What am I doing with this though?
Oh, just wait. Just go ahead, finish your story.
She's gonna tell your story.
Okay, so
pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
It happened so much that I used to smell cigarette smoke. I don't smoke in my house. Nobody, I don't allow smoking in the house. I only smoke outside. But I smelled, and there is a difference between clothing that smells like smoke and a lit cigarette, and a smoker knows the difference. And I kept smelling it, and it was almost like the smoke, whoever was smoking was almost sitting like right next to me. And it was so bad that there were times that I would get up and go check on my daughter to see if she was smoking, because that's how intense the smell was. And it just kept, and it was like they were blowing the smoke in my face.
Is this a ghost story?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because that's the only thing that could explain it. I don't smoke in the house. So I would, but I understand how cigarette smoke works and how ACs work due to the fact that I have a husband in HVAC, right? So I know that if somebody is in the house smoking, it goes through all of the vents. You're going to smell it. So that's why I kept getting up and checking. And she would
but it's not your daughter. So
it was not my daughter. No.
Right.
And it was so intense that I knew it wasn't coming through the AC, because it smelled like when somebody sits next to you and smokes. That's what it smelled like. Like they were very strong. Like they were almost blowing the smoke in my face. So whatever kukui was doing it is rude on top of being a kukui. They're just ill-mannered. Like I have my own smoke that I smoke, right? Don't give me double. It's very rude. Okay. Now, what's your task, Miss Christine?
I'm all nervous being up here with Molson. I feel like I'm on I feel all nervous.
You should never feel that way.
Okay, so you guys are the movie buffs, and I know I'm a neutral party because I know nothing.
Okay.
So I pulled up some scary movie trivias.
Okay.
This'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
So that you guys can see who's the more movie or buffer.
Okay.
first.
Well, I'm
Should
already
we
going
shout out the answer, or how
I'm
do we
going
do
to
it?
give it to Molson Man because I forgot the name of the show I had just been talking about 2 seconds prior. So we'll see how I do.
So
How do we give the answers? Do we?
I think that I'll just ask the question, and then if you guys know the answer, then say it, and then you'll get the score. But if you guys don't know the answer, then there's 4 options for every question that I can give you, and you can pick.
Oh,
and you guys
okay.
can get one guess. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So let's go.
You're going down. Going down.
Yeah,
to
let's see. I don't know if they go in order of hardest to not hardest or anything, so I'm just gonna dig in at number 1. Okay.
Do it. Hit it.
All right. What classic horror movie features a serial killer in a William Shatner mask?
Halloween.
Yes.
Oh, I'm okay.
Come on, Jen.
I got to wake up.
Okay.
I'm sorry. My head is in just such a weird space, but good. Okay. We'll
let's
keep
go.
going.
Pour a cup
In
of
which-
coffee. You'd be cool.
In which horror movie? So I'm reading these and I have no idea what it's talking about. And I hope that I have good questions. Okay. What classic horror movie was originally titled The Babysitter Murders?
Halloween.
Jen.
Are they all Halloween?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
But that was right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I have a hard time
I like the
shouting out
vowel.
answers. Let me move this party in the house because I don't want to be out here at 10:49 at night shouting out answers and my neighbors be like, "What the fuck is that crazy bitch next door up to again?"
Psycho. Friday
There's
the
bells
13th.
on this. This is the coolest website ever. Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me go in.
No, Christine, what does the winner get, though? I mean,
They get the
just bragging
title of
rights? Bragging rights?
heavyweight.
All right, there you go. I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay. How many people associated with The Exorcist died during production?
2.
No,
Wrong.
I think it's 5.
That's also wrong. So I'll give you 4 choices and you guys can pick, okay?
All right.
12, 9, 3, or 6.
3.
Oh, that's what I was going to pick.
Wrong.
6.
I was wrong.
9.
Oh,
You guys get no points, right? Let's see. The answer is 9.
I said 9. Well, yeah, but then I said 9 after you said wrong.
don't give her a point.
No, don't give me a point. No. I don't want a pity point. All right, hit it.
I'm very competitive. No
Me
points
too.
for her.
No points for Jen.
What horror film was the first movie to show a woman in just a bra and slip?
Say that again.
Psycho.
Oh, okay. That's probably right.
Psycho, yes.
Janet Leigh.
Oh no, you just got a cheating point.
No, you gave me a cheating point.
Well, I can't undo it, so we'll just know.
Oh God, we're tied now.
Now we're tied. Oh, this is working out excellent.
Okay. What color is Freddy Krueger's sweater?
Red and
Red
green.
and green.
What?
Red and green.
I said red and green first.
I said it first.
Oh shit. That's all right.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
She's the hostess here, so
You both got it.
oh, we each get a point.
Okay.
I like Christine the way she
Yeah.
Points for everybody.
Everybody gets you get a point and you get a
right,
point.
right.
How many people does Jason kill in the first Friday at 13?
0.
None.
He doesn't kill anybody?
No.
No,
The
his
mom
mother
is the, his
See, I
mom
don't
is the
know.
killer. That's a trick question.
Remember they got that's how
That's how
what's her name? Drew
That's
Barrymore
how-
lost.
Yeah,
his
that's how.
thing.
That's yeah. That's it. Is I saw that movie 100 times. Well, then you should know it was his
No,
mother, you dumb
Mrs.
dumb.
Voorhees was the killer of the.
Yeah, exactly.
Sitting here awkwardly not knowing what you're talking about. Okay.
Okay.
All right. In Scream, what is rule number 1 on Randy's list of rules for surviving
You
a
can have
horror
sex. You cannot have sex.
movie?
I think. Oh, I thought it was never say. I'll be right back.
That was the last one.
Okay. I'm not a Scream a fan. I mean, I like it, but not like you do, Molson.
Oh, Jen, you have to get this one, okay?
Okay.
Okay. What horror movie required the purchase of 500 Florida frogs and 100 giant South American toads?
Oh shit.
500 frogs.
Uh
Let's say Willard, but that's rats.
huh.
The fuck is frogs?
All I can think of is Exodus, but I know that's wrong.
Do you want the choices?
Give me a choice.
Pet Cemetery, The Frogs, Invasion of the Body Snatcher.
Oh well, the
or
frogs,
Creature
obviously.
from the Black Lagoon.
The frogs.
Is that? Oh.
I love the bell.
I do. I like that. We need to. I need a bell.
Okay, what was the original title of The Blob?
Blob.
What'd you say?
I just said blob without the.
It's The Thing, The Lump, The Spheroid, or The Glob.
I think it was the glob.
I don't know.
The Glob.
Oh fuck, she's winning. I can't.
Because The Thing was a movie.
Yeah, the thing was a different movie. It wasn't the blob.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is part 2. So it might get harder now.
Okay, that's what
All
she
right.
said. No, that's the wrong game. Sorry.
Okay, what horror movie features a serial killer wearing a mask inspired by an Edvard Munch painting?
Scream.
Yes, he's right.
Scream.
And I think it's Edward Munich.
It says Munch.
Munch.
That's what it says, yeah.
So maybe it's Munch. I don't think that's right though. But okay, keep going.
Of course you don't think
Hey,
it's.
Diane.
No, I know that. I just don't think that's how you say his
No, it's
last name.
like a town in Germany, Munich.
Yeah, that's what I think it is because I feel like if I don't get that right, I can hear Mr. Viol. Come on, Jen.
That
This is
sounds
on
like
a
a
test.
Diane Downs answer. I don't agree with that. That's not happening.
Yeah, give Diane.
No, I agree that Scream is the correct answer. I'm disagreeing with the pronunciation of the artist's last name. But okay, no more distracting.
No technicalities. I got the point. It is.
No,
what it
you
is.
do get the point. Yes.
What horror film caused some theaters to suggest that patrons prone to motion sickness sit
The
in
Blair
aisles?
Witch.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't even. Yeah, okay.
I remember that because it was like one of the first that they shot like that.
Yes.
Okay. In Poltergeist, what grabs Robbie Freeling through his bedroom window?
The clown.
The
Oh, the
tree.
tree. The tree.
The tree.
Who said that first?
Me.
Okay.
Me. He was looking at the clown as the tree came in the window. Yeah.
All right. How much screen time does Freddy Krueger get in the first A Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
12 minutes.
No. Jen?
I'm thinking. 45 minutes?
No.
An hour, the
Choices
whole
are-
thing?
9 minutes.
Well, just wait for me to give you the choices now, Molson. 21 minutes, 14 minutes, 3.5 minutes, or 7
14.
minutes.
14.
Okay, it has to be 14.
21.
You both get that answer wrong.
Okay.
Oh, damn
Let's see
it.
what the answer is.
What was it?
I'm looking. 7.
In the first one?
I knew it wasn't much.
Where does Friday the 13th take place?
Camp Crystal
Crystal
Lake.
Lake. Give it to Molson.
Camp Crystal Lake. Look, I'm wearing the shirt. I got it.
Oh, you're wearing the shirt?
I'm
got
wearing
the
my
point.
Nirvana shirt.
Look. Can I get the point for wearing the shirt?
Yes.
Yeah, you did. I gave you one.
Oh, cool.
There
Thank
you go.
Thank
You're in the lead.
As long as I'm in the lead, that's what.
I was thinking ahead of you. Why can't Michael Myers be killed?
Well, why can he not be killed?
Mhm.
Well, he's kind of becoming supernatural, but I don't believe that's going to be the answer. It seems like he's becoming supernatural because they beat the shit out of him in Halloween Kills and he's still up.
Because
So I
the
don't-
evil just keeps them fresh. I don't know.
Evil never dies.
He's a ghost. He's just lucky, an ancient druid curse, or he's a god.
I have no idea.
He's a
Jen?
ghost? I have no idea.
Ancient god?
an
He's just-
ancient druid curse.
Oh, that came up late in the later Halloweens when they were trying to make it in.
Oh,
Different.
yes.
Remember with the guy with the boots and all that bullshit.
Yes.
That's when it got stupid.
What child actress was originally offered the role of Reagan McNeil in The Exorcist?
Or the girl from Willy Wonka. Can't think of her name. The one who played the plum, the Violet.
Melissa Gilbert, Lisa Bonet, Carrie Fisher, or Dana Plato?
Carrie Fisher.
It was the girl from Willy Wonka, the one that turned into the blueberry. She was originally offered the role, and her parents said no.
I said Carrie Fisher.
That's not right.
Carrie Fisher's not right. Okay. Dana Plato?
Yeah.
Dana
Is that
Plato?
the girl?
No. Veruca, the girl who played Violet Beauregard.
Not her, Violet, who played Violet.
The girl who played Violet Beauregard is most definitely not Dana Plato, but I'll tell you who it is. Let me hit up the Googles.
Denise Nichols.
So okay, so he got it wrong.
No, but that is actually who it was. My hand of God. Are you Googling that, Jen, or are we just moving on?
Just move on, because
I'm not looking for the point, but that is the truth.
I believe Molson Man. I believe this quiz is wrong on its face.
Right. Well, that one.
Molson gets it for knowing the real answer, not the bullshit quiz answer.
No, it was her though. Her parents won't let her do it because, like I said, they didn't like the content or whatever. Not. I thought, like, damn, she could, because all she did was Willy Wonka, right? As far as I know. Did I win?
No, we have 3 more questions till this.
Hold on 1 second. My cat's crashing through. Let me let him in. Don't ask. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, Jen. What?
Well, it's Manson. Manson wants to say hi.
Hi, Manson. Oh, look at that handsome boy.
Yeah, wait.
Oh, Manson. Such a good-looking kitty.
Manson,
Alice.
I'm winning.
All right, Jen, you have to get all 3 right, or you win it.
Probably like we're playing a 13, right?
To what? 13?
Are we playing a 13?
Christine's
Which horror movie was filmed in just 7 days?
Halloween.
Friday 13th.
Not Halloween. Not Nightmare on Elm Street.
I said Friday the 13th, though.
Well, then no, not Friday the 13th. Your other choices are Paranormal Activity or Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Paranormal Activity.
No, that's it.
Oh, wait. Texas is the right one?
No, Paranormal Activity was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, I don't watch any of that shit. That's why I didn't know that.
What was the first horror film nominated for a Best Picture Oscar?
The Exorcist.
Correct.
Damn, look at 7-Eleven, Jen. Look at that.
Oh, no.
No, you a Slurpee.
Here's the last one.
Okay.
In the first 2 Hellraiser films, how many different actors played Frank Cotton?
3.
Yes.
Yay, Molson.
Man.
Manson, I won. It's a major award.
We need to
It's
DoorDash
fragile.
him.
It says fragile.
Fragile.
We can DoorDash him some Chick-fil-A.
Oh, Alice perked up. She's like, what Chick-fil-A? I love chicken nuggets.
No, she only perked up because Manson showed up. That's why.
We're keeping that on the low because Mac is laying in here too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We don't want to listen.
We don't want no domestics going on tonight.
Well, here's the deal. So Mac has issues. In fact, Mac has a whole subscription. Because he has so many damn issues. But he's now decided that he wants to sleep in here with me, which has caused a conflict for one, Alice, because Alice likes to sleep next to me on the pillows, right? And Mac has decided that's his new spot. So he left and she got on the pillows. So then Mac came in here and it was a whole freaking WWE SmackDown Friday night, tail all puffed, ears aback. There, Alice even hissed, smacking the shit out of each other, giving them the skibbity. They're handing out skibbity paps like you hand out candy at Halloween, right? So I'm like, but this is bedtime. So I'm like, we can't be doing this, jokers. So I get up, not waking anybody up, using only the flashlight from my phone. I get into the hall closet. I get out 2 extra pillows, 2 pillowcases, fix them up, put them on the end of the bed, and now that is where Mac sleeps. But I think now they have decided to become a couple, because today I was getting ready to go outside this morning. Oh no, this was this evening, because it's happened a couple of times. And Lonnie was home, and they were standing by the back door waiting for me to go out and smoke. And Alice walked up to Mac, and she like nuzzled him and groomed him. It was the cutest fucking thing ever. But then when he tried to do it back, she turned around and walked off. Not in front of the humans. I told you. Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, that's how I am too. Not in public.
Be discreet.
God, don't touch the merchandise.
Manson's all over me right now. What the hell?
He loves you. He loves you.
Oh, he does.
Like if you remember from Finding Nemo when they dare each other to touch the boat?
Mhm.
And
I do know this one. Go ahead.
And the little pink octopus says, "Come," or what she do it? Whichever is the one that did it comes back and says, "I touched the butt."
I remember just exactly what you're talking about.
So now whenever Lonnie hits me on the butt, I tell him, "Don't touch the boat," and Alice comes in.
Alice is in charge down there, isn't she?
Man, Alice does not give a fuck about nothing ever. She's just rude. I mean, she just does the most crazy shit ever. Yesterday she got up on my dresser and I have 2 stuffed animals, their poo, and they were both my boys when they were little, and I've kept them all of these years. And she gets up there and she acts like she's grooming herself, and then out of nowhere she just takes her little hand and just flicks poo right onto the floor.
You know what? You can't just say that like that after Amber Heard, Jen Lou. You have to specify Winnie the Pooh. A lot of these young people don't know what the hell you're freaking talking about.
Winnie the
they
Pooh.
Might think it's an emoji. Then Amber had her whole situation.
You're
so
right.
You have to specify.
You're right. It was Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
Winnie the Pooh just took her little hand and just flicked him right onto the floor, and then stood at the edge and looked down. Like, yeah, I just did
what
that.
I did.
Yeah. Amber done ripped away the nickname of a classic character. One of the most classic characters ever.
Amber is a life ruiner.
Oh, she ruined Elaine's life. She fired her.
Oh God, that's funny.
Yes.
And then in the motion, Elaine says she uses that word pledge. And I was listening to somebody talk about it in the morning when I was driving my daughter to school, and they're like, I wonder if she put that word in there, like she pledges her help or whatever, just like she did, like just like Amber pledged.
Well, she came out and gave a statement. In essence, what she said was, there are certain types of attorneys that are better at certain types of the law.
Right.
And
yes.
you want a sophisticated attorney to handle, well, it's not what she said, but you want a specialized attorney to handle appeals, i.e.
She claims she was part of the process of finding said attorney as well.
Yes. But see, remember when when I very first started covering the Johnny Depp trial, and we were watching the opening statements, and I was waiting for Kathleen Zellner to say something, and she didn't say anything, and she wasn't in the courtroom. I think that Zellner is the one that's going to be running the show on the appeals process, because she is excellent at the appeals.
Do you think that's going to be televised though? I think it's going to be like a one and done thing.
If it ends up going anywhere and it's appealed and appealed and appealed, and then they successfully win a trial, then yes, it will be covered. Because you can appeal anything.
But it'll never top the last one, though. I mean,
no.
I think we got very lucky just being able to watch that.
Well,
that was a very special time in our community life.
It really was.
Waking up with each other every morning, we bonded.
It was a wonderful time. It really made it got us.
It solidified the bond. I was never able to be there, but I joined the night once. But yeah, it was a good trial.
It's what made us a family, really.
I mean, it really did.
It really did. But I think
Ezra kind of brought the family together quite honestly.
I think that I actually think that that an appeal, if they were to if they were to win either one of them on their appeal, right? And I think that the appeal might actually be more explosive because I think that the judge may allow more in than the original trial judge.
I believe you're right.
And if that would be the case, see,
I believe you're right.
yeah, see, the jury would have been able to hear, well, not all of it. See, they lobbied, Amber's team lobbied successfully, which I always thought this was these are your tapes, Bichacho. Like, what is your problem? These are your evidences. These are your proofs. But when it came time for them to be played, they argued vehemently about only certain portions being played. Now, I don't know if the argument was certain portions being played publicly or certain portions being edit, just for the public, right? Or if and then they were the whole audio was admitted, right? Because I don't know, I can't remember how that went, but the public certainly didn't get to hear the whole. They are about to get to now, and if there's a new trial, I think those will be in. Recliner. Okay. I think the simplest answer to that is yes, but I don't think that Stephen Avery is done in the appeals process. So, short answer yes, long answer no. It's been a while since I've looked at the Avery case.
Never mind Avery real quick, just back to Johnny. Will the if there's a appeal, will that be heard in Virginia or elsewhere?
It'll have to be heard. It'll be heard in Virginia because it'll be heard in the
heard, pun intended.
Yeah, bum. It'll be heard in the
If it's an appeal, would all the stuff that they all the records that the court released recently, would those be allowed in? Because she'd have because now it's public. Now it's public material. She would have such a harder time even the first go around, the first case, we just watched, with all that stuff out.
I need to. Well, I really need to read Amber Heard's appeal. I need to see what she's basing her appeal on because I know one of them was the juror, which they've already dismantled that. I don't know where where her team came up with the year 1940, but it clearly says.
I'm sorry. What was the issue with the juror?
That his birth date was wrong, so that they both sides after Gaudier admitted this juror, and what it was a summons, and that there are two people who reside in the same house, i.e., not a junior or a senior,
father, son, or
right,
uncle, nephew. Yeah, okay,
somewhere
I remember now.
Right, but then they showed his actual paperwork, and it literally reads 1970.
Do you think that they? So I think that they knew that beforehand, and they held on to it just for this reason, or just to bring it up later,
Well, the good point. I mean, that they could have. Just
they
like
let it be contaminated, just in case they didn't like the verdict.
It's possible, but see, the thing is that one of the most egregious trial errors that can occur is juror misconduct, because
look at Scott Peterson.
Well, yeah, and that is really the foundation under which
he didn't misconduct that juror.
Well, if
lie or misrepresent,
right, but it still goes under, it would still, it's not the juror. This doesn't necessarily fall under the jurors.
I'll be right back.
Okay, under the juror's responsibility, because the juror received a summons, and he answered the summons. But what they're saying is that the misconduct would come in the filling out of the paperwork.
Wouldn't they have to prove something that had his dad showed up that day, they would have dismissed his dad, and then they would have dismissed his dad and brought in another juror, and that could have, or I don't understand what the point is even at all with that.
Well, because the thinking is that perhaps the juror pretty much what you said. Yes, that perhaps that juror was picked based on some trait that he possessed that was desirable to both the Depp and her team, right?
Mhm.
And that potentially, if he had been older, he would have been or yeah, I see that's the thing. What I don't understand, because the summons allegedly was for somebody born in 1940, and the
Mhm.
person who showed up was born in 1970 or something like that.
I
And
would just really like to see from her team when they exactly knew that, like, for that to even matter to me.
honestly, they should have found out about it when they did voir dire, because that's when the jury, the potential jurors, are given their questionnaires. That's
Mhm.
when they fill out their paperwork, and
Uh-huh.
then both sides have a copy of every juror's paperwork, and that's when they would be looking at that. So,
So if they hadn't noticed it or caught it then and didn't say anything, that would be misconduct. That would be them manipulating.
that would be something that would be very hard to prove, because the argument could work both ways. If they both receive the same set of paperwork, both sides, it's copied, right? So they both, all the information is the same on both, right? But Johnny Depp's team didn't notice this discrepancy any more than the Heard team did.
Yeah, and I have no
So
doubt that they would have pointed it out right away if they had, though, because they
I feel
wanted
like
it
they
being
would have
injured.
too.
Yeah, they would have pointed it out immediately.
I feel
I,
like they would have too. I don't
I
have.
feel like Amber's team would have held on to it, like, as their
I feel like
in
they
their
don't have
pocket.
ethics. Agreed.
Okay, to put it so plainly.
They
Yes.
don't have ethics. I think that that claim is going to be denied, and they can appeal it. They have the opportunity to appeal it all the way to the state Supreme Court if they want to. But you can be turned down all the way, all the way up until. So that, I think that claim has no merit. I'm curious as to what their other claims are. I feel like they're going to be based on some sort of trial error, which occur in every trial. So the thing is that they have to so what has to happen is, whatever the mistake during the trial, whatever mistake was made, is it an egregious enough mistake that it had the jury known this information, it would change their mind?
No, I think
Yeah,
that Judge
affected the
Penny
outcome.
ruled so hard on the side of, like, caution, like,
Mm-hmm.
that's not going to be something they can
No,
say, because
no.
she was very. I mean, she let them say a lot, and she, like. I mean, I don't think that I don't think that she did anything. They
I,
could say anything.
well, yeah. The thing is that trial errors occur in every trial. There's some tiny error. Like, for example, the trial we just watched. So with Yasser and the translator, the judge
Yeah.
instructed Yasser to speak into the microphone,
Yeah.
and for the translator to do likewise. And that was done, and then it went back to the whispering, right? And
So weird.
it was weird. That allowing that to occur would constitute a trial error. Okay. So you can name every single error there ever was, but the burden of proof is that if this error had not occurred, that it would change the mind of the jurors, or that it egregiously violated one's civil rights. It has to be bad. You know what I mean?
But they do bank on errors occurring, because,
They
like you
do.
said, and they occur all the time. Like the guy on Amber, with who objected to himself. Like,
Mm-hmm.
well, that was a
Exactly.
silly mistake. That wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't. But yeah, things
But it
happen
was a
all the
trial
time.
error.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, I don't think that any of the things that I've heard so far that Amber has appealed on have any real merit to them. Something that would and should have merit is, say, a confession is mentioned during testimony, but the person who gave the confession has not testified and will not testify. That is, so you're not allowed to. You have the right to face your accuser.
Good night, kids.
Good night, Kaz. So if that should have resulted in a mistrial, but sometimes, and then the subsequent ruling that no, it's not going to constitute a mistrial is a further error. And those are the type of errors that, depending on how the state handles their appeals system, won't get corrected until you're out of the original trial judge's court. You have to continue to appeal higher and to the higher courts.
I have a question. What is a hostile witness? What's that mean?
A hostile witness is a witness that's testifying against their own best interest.
So, like, if they declared somebody to be a hostile witness, does that mean their testimony is discounted or something, or what?
No.
Yeah, I don't think that.
No, it means that by them testifying, they're putting themselves in a situation. Hold on, I'll tell you. I'll give.
Is it like almost like? Yeah, I'm gonna fuck this up, so I'm not even gonna say it. Never mind.
No, go say it. Say it.
Well, no, I was gonna say I'm gonna equate that to the Alfred plea kind of situation. Like you're not gonna do yourself any favors by testifying. So therefore, I'm totally fucked up here, don't I? With what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
A hostile witness. The way I'm looking at a hostile witness isn't doing themselves any favors. There's already like basically a mark against them. Nutshell.
So, hold on, because I got a different.
And real quick, I thought Amber was broke. So how is she able to not only appeal, but also hire a new team?
They said that they think that
obviously there's money there.
The insurance company is paying for it.
Are you okay? I think there's two different definitions. There's a hostile witness for a criminal, and there's another one, I think, for civil. Because I remember, hold on. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna see what it says right
Someone's
here.
hitting the Googles.
An adverse witness, sometimes referred to as a hostile witness, is a witness who identifies with the opposing party because of a relationship or a common interest in the outcome of the litigation. For example,
total sense.
In a criminal case brought by a state against a defendant, a witness whose interest is aligned with the state's interest is an adverse witness to the defendant. If the witness is not a party and has no legal interest in the outcome of litigation, then the witness is not an adverse witness.
That makes sense to me. Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
but I think
they were talking about it in relation to Tremaine.
That is a different. I think there's a different definition for civil. Okay. A hostile witness is a witness who testifies against the party who has called them to testify. The examiner may ask a hostile witness leading questions in cross-examination, also known as an adverse. But that's the same thing that I just said. That's not right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Who's calling her a hostile witness, or Tremaine a hostile witness?
I don't remember. I just remember being kind of confused about what that meant because, like,
so in other words, if I'm sorry, Christine, go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I'm just like floating in the air. I don't really.
Well, I'm trying to grasp it too, and forgive me, I took my fun gummy and all that. So my interpretation is like a hostile witness is like I'm a witness for the state. However, if I get on the stand, I'm not going to do them any favors, basically.
Right. You're like, you would be directly connected with the defendant.
Okay.
Meaning
exactly.
like a friend of the defendant or a family member who has a vested interest in the outcome of a trial. For Tremaine, the thing about Tremaine is that he was I'm trying. Didn't Depp's team call him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, is it like if something goes sideways, like if he then ended up saying something that
I think basically he could fuck it up for the defense or the prosecution side, even though he's
so
the
then I
witness
was
to
wondering,
them.
like, can you get them, like, if the prosecution declared him hostile witness,
But see,
then
it's
could
different.
they discount his testimony? I don't.
Well, see, it's different because he's not. It's not. That's a prosecutor is only in a criminal trial.
Oh,
This
sorry.
would
Yeah.
be a civil one, so it would be the
Yeah, it's a
petitioner versus the respondent. So in this case, Johnny Depp was the petitioner. The thing is that there was, in order to even get Tremaine to be able to testify, there was proceedings because of TMZ, because of his employer. And actually him testifying up there was detrimental to him because he was giving away.
Well, he admitted that too, didn't
Right. He was he was giving away trade secrets, or the way that TMZ does what they do. And they're a very litigious company, right? So
he?
it
Said that as
wasn't.
well. Yeah, right.
It was not in Tremaine's best interests to testify, but he had a relationship in some capacity with Amber Heard, and in that she may not be the person who directly gave TMZ the video, but at the end of the day, it was her video. So in order for her to have a third party give it to Tremaine, she would have had to give over the rights to that video. So her hands are dirty regardless, right?
Yeah, but can I ask a question though?
Mhm.
With being TMZ, which who gets a lot of information from anonymous sources, couldn't they hide behind that?
No,
Okay.
because it's not information, it was an actual video. So
Okay, I get it. Yes.
Amber Heard, because it was a video that she took that came from
Mhm.
her phone. In this case, what TMZ would do is try to track down, and because they don't want any copyright infringement. So what they did was they had to verify with the person who sent them that video in the Dropbox that they were the owner of the content. And so the only way for that to have happened, for there to be an intermediary, is if Amber Heard sent that video to someone else, and then because they would have called her too. They would have checked to see if it was, you know what I'm saying? They tried,
Well,
you know what I mean?
What about them being tipped off to go to the courthouse? Is there any relevance to that in terms of the fact that obviously it came from her side? Well, at least I'm led to believe.
Well, because they tried to say that it was his lawyer that
Okay.
they had brought up in, like, the actual charge, like the allegation, like the actual, like, whatever 3 things it was. One of them was that the lawyer said whatever and on behalf of Johnny Depp. And
Right.
they were trying to say that the media got tipped off by that same lawyer.
Which is preposterous
Well,
because
somebody contacted TMZ. We all know this.
well, the whole thing, Johnny Depp's, first of all, it would not be advantageous to Johnny Depp for anybody on his team through him to tip off the press that Amber Heard was
Absolutely.
filing for a fucking restraining order because of
Right.
domestic violence.
And he didn't know till after it was over. I thought, like,
He wasn't
he
even in
found out
town when
before-
she did it. That's
Yeah.
how she was able to do it ex parte.
Yeah, he found out, like, before it was, like, into the media, but after she already did it.
Right. Actually, I think he found out through the media.
Oh. So how would he have had his lawyer on his behalf? tip off?
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. None of
Do-
her
do-
team.
Can we agree she should just leave things be? I mean, would you file an
Probably
appeal if
she
you were
would.
her? What would you do?
If I were her, I wouldn't
Yeah.
be her. She's dumb.
Well, of course. No, of course. No, that's exactly the good point. Good point, Christine.
I can never be her. She's dumb. The end.
No, absolutely. But I mean, think about like, let's say you were in your situation, and you know damn well the odds are stacked against you, and you know you should tuck your tail between your legs and just go into your corner and regroup instead of going back and trying to fight again because you've lost and you're probably going to lose again. I just think it's bad advice.
I think pursuing it is the thing about it is though, if she hadn't have pursued it, it's an admission, right? It's like that.
Yeah, I get what
that
you're
is,
saying there.
it's a public perception of if she had not, she knows she did it, and she knows she had to pay that man money, right? And all Amber has really, well, not anymore, but she had was her reputation. I mean, now that ship is right there with the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria at the bottom of the
We're
ocean.
going after this. Like now we're finding out she's an even worse human than we thought.
That's
because
the problem.
Was
Do you think this is a way of her prolonging for her to have to, satisfy her judgment? Like, just keep it like.
Probably,
going.
but I also think there's an element to her cluster B personality bullshit
Well, there's that too. Right.
Will not allow her to walk away. She has to win. I mean, think about it. That's how their relationship was the entire time, is Amber chasing Johnny in one form or another. She's the one who was who alleged that he beat her, and yet she's running all over the house in Hell's Half Acre, beating on doors,
But at some point you get tired from all that. That's what I'm saying. Like let it rest.
I think it's her personality won't allow.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, I think that if she was going to learn a lesson, it would have already happened because
good
worse
point.
things have happened.
Right, exactly.
That we just didn't know about. But
so what's the end game here? She wins, and then if she let's go here. She ends up winning the next round. Okay, because I'm going to equate it to boxing or wrestling. Well, boxing is rounds, wrestling's not. She wins the next round. Then what? He goes. I mean, what's the end game here? Fuck off and just stop talking to each other.
Honestly, I think
each other what you owe them respectfully and be done.
I think that's what the end game should be. But I think what it's going to end up being is that Amber is going to pursue this until a lawyer tells her, bitch, you ain't got no money and you ain't going to win.
But see, this is where I go at too. Like she tarnished her image, in my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong here, but I think she didn't do herself any favors during this last trial. So, like, what are you doing now? Lay low, regroup, do something different. I mean, you could have salvaged. Like the fact that she's pursuing this, you're only hurting yourself more. Like we already assume her career is probably lackluster at best at this point.
Right
now, if you pursue this, you're pretty much,
she's
fucking yourself over, right?
Yeah.
But then I didn't factor in her the idea, and you said that all along, Jen, and you too, Christine. Like she's a nutbag, so this is what nutbags do.
And still, after all this, Johnny would probably not collect on his judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Probably let her just go live her quiet life if she would just shut the hell up.
And leave
Christine, I always felt that too. I bet he doesn't give a shit if she doesn't pay him a dime as long as she shuts her mouth.
Right.
And she's forcing him. She'll either stop when a lawyer does what Jen says, or when he takes her for all she's worth. And it's so because he doesn't even want to. She just won't shut the hell up. And so
I think all he wants is to be for her to leave him the fuck alone.
Well, I mean, she went and filed that TPO because she said that he was going to kick her out of the house, and then we hear the recording that he said, "No, stay as long as you want. It's your home, comfortable. Get back on your feet. Do what you need."
He would have did anything for her to
forever. He would have let her live there forever.
Yeah,
right. Like just leave me the fuck alone, and you can have all this fun stuff. Just let's agree that this is yours, and you don't fuck with me no more. I think that was his.
She wants to destroy him, and in like the process,
what's funny? All she did was elevate him. She didn't destroy him. She elevated him.
No, she didn't. And this is the thing. I think that Amber was mistakenly emboldened by Johnny Depp losing the UK trial.
UK thing, yes.
Absolutely.
But what she doesn't understand about
different judicial systems.
Not only that, but just because it's not But the thing of it is that she was not a party to that, but she was a witness. And in her mind, to
Where's
her
that
mind,
from?
she's thinking that the reason the son won is because she got up there and testified that all of this stuff happened and it was true, and that the judge believed her, right? But and so when she went into this trial, or this proceeding, because first he was served, right? And there could have been I think there were settlement offers, but not by Johnny Depp. I think it was the other way around. But regardless, I think that she was emboldened by the son winning, and she thought that
Yes.
the American people and an American jury would believe her stories just as that judge did. And the thing is that it's a different system. The way that evidence is submitted and just all of it is completely different. And
And
I
let's
don't.
skip into the Me Too movement, which
Correct.
yep.
Correct.
You
And
know
I
what? She's like the opposite of like star power, because like look at what just happened with Anne Hesh. Anne Hesh was a fantastic actress and was in huge movies with other movie stars, and they all respect her, well liked. And she whatever happened that day, she was, intoxicated and stuff. She really
I think she had a mental episode, or
yeah,
I
she'd
didn't,
been
I know
bad.
I saw the liquor bottle thing in the car thing, but and I'm not trying to jump onto the Ian Hesh thing, but that's been something on my mind lately. Can I jump on for a second?
Oh, of course.
Did you see the interview with the wig shop owner that she had just been at prior?
No, I haven't. I only followed in just like a tiny bit of it where I saw that she was involved in the crash, and
Well, I
then
can't even say it's an interview, honestly, Jen. It was an article, is what I
Okay.
read. So I don't know, but it was a man that owned he owned a wig shop,
okay,
and apparently she was in that wig shop, and they broke it down like 23 minutes before the accident occurred. And he said himself, he's like, she was lovely, she was fucking coherent, she was like very whatever, and from what I read from the article, it seems legit. I mean, who the
there's
fuck?
some weird conspiracy stuff going on with that. Let me just
I'm
say
like, why was she racing her car down the
about
street so quickly? I mean,
I-
first she hit that garage door, and then, I mean, I think, I'm just thinking about what that man said. He said that she was totally normal.
Hold on, I totally want to go into this, but let me just say real quick about.
Yeah, I didn't
so,
mean to, no, we don't have to. I cut you guys off about
No,
that.
I want to, but she was a lovely woman. She was a great actress, and that's like the opposite of Amber. But she did something bad. Like how it happened, she did something bad at the end. It was a bad thing, but we can forgive her and see her humanness.
Can I jump in real quick to say one more thing, and then I'll shut the fuck up? I will say this: I didn't know much about Anne Hesh, except that I know she was in I Know What You Did Last Summer and a few other movies, and I know she had the Ellen thing going on, but I didn't really follow her. But since she's unfortunately passed, I've learned that she was very generous and very involved in humanitarian issues and things like that. I'm sorry I didn't know that at the time, and but
right.
it's unfortunate. That's
But
all I can say.
it's like opposite Amber Heard. Like Amber Heard,
Yeah.
it's like the opposite story, because Amber Heard does not have the acting chops. She does not have the respect, and she's just been doing these horrible things this whole time. It's like,
Yeah, right, exactly.
She doesn't have anything.
It's like the good die
reputation
young
to
kind of
protect.
situation. Like, what the fuck?
It's just like opposite world. She's not a star.
Not
She's
that I'm
not
wishing death
anybody
on
that
Amber Heard. That's not my point. You get what
nobody
I'm
would like describe her
Right.
as generous and lovely. Like that's
No.
not who Amber
right?
Heard
Yeah,
is.
she's never going to get those adjectives when her time comes. Yeah, you're
Right.
But Anne
Like-
Hesh did. There's a lot of the conspiracy stuff about like her death and stuff because of that movie and stuff that she was doing. And like the first thing somebody said to me about it was, yeah, she was trying to expose trafficking rings. And then that Room 23, that movie that she was doing, I've been hearing. I think it's based on like Room 13 or Room 23, whatever it is. Have you guys seen that? It's like a coffee table book that.
No,
was
Christine,
made.
I actually did. I just heard them mention that like yesterday, the day before, but I've not seen it. But yeah, it
Anne
sounded
Hesh was, like,
interesting.
Anne Hesh was like involved with like this movie, and she was really wanting to like do further like work with the scary stuff, like the things that we don't look at, they're the trafficking and stuff. And then all of a sudden, did you see her on that video cam Hillary's pedal to the metal. I'm just kidding. No, but who knows what happened? But there's a lot of conspiracy
Think
about
about how she popped out of that bag at the end. I mean, did you guys see that when she popped out of the?
Wait, what?
Was that? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
Right when they're wheeling her into the ambulance, she pops out of the.
Oh yeah. She was.
My point of it is apparently she was in the car for more than an hour before they get her out. With all this fire going on or whatever not, and she has a wherewithal to she popped out of that bag like she was going gangbusters. Like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I mean, you would think anybody else would be totally engulfed by smoke and burns.
She looked so conscious that I was like.
Yeah,
the first few days.
And then what happens, Christina? A week goes by, and then we finally hear she's brain dead.
Yeah,
anyone else, and any of the three of us would have died when we drove our car into that house. Now, see, I guess I'm opening the conspiracy part of it because I'm wondering what the fuck happened to her. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
It is weird, and we can leave that alone. That's a topic for another day. But
yeah, I think with Anne Heche, I think what Christine is trying to say, and I do agree with you, is that Anne Heche is known as a good actress and a good person who did a bad thing, right? Amber Heard is known as a monster who continues to be a monster.
Yeah,
and I think with Amber, it's her ego and personality disorder that will cause her to go until she can't anymore. And with Anne, I am interested in it. I need to look into it more. That's why I haven't said anything because I don't know a whole lot about it. The only thing that I do know is that after she split with Ellen, and one of she had a breakdown, and then she was diagnosed as bipolar. And I think a lot of people, and maybe wrongly, I guess we'll have to wait and see, or maybe we'll never know because it might be one of those things, but assumed that she had stopped taking her medication and was on some type of manic episode, which does happen. But
that very well could be. You're absolutely right.
But the fact that she was doing a movie on a topic that has so much, there's a lot of corruption surrounding trafficking.
And her lending her voice to it would be a big deal. It wouldn't be like Amber's Me Too part. Anne Heche is respected, and she's in her star power is just entirely different than Amber's. She does rub elbows with.
Well, people would have taken her seriously.
Well, Amber's salacious, whereas Anne, it's just
right, exactly.
Just the opposite, yeah.
And I think that
Amber's not going to redeem herself like have us forgive her. Ever.
No.
It's not going to happen. She's not.
No.
She could have, in my opinion, probably not could have, possibly may have had she not pursued. I mean, you lost. Go away. That's what we were just saying earlier. I mean, you know what I mean?
Right. What she should have done, in my opinion, was not do that interview that she did where she took literally no lessons. And the thing is that she says these words that people frequently use when they are taking accountability, but at the same time, she takes no accountability.
But I'm sure her attorneys put her on that, and that's maybe part of the reason why she's now looking at other ones, because they all do that. They put on. She had to do the publicity tour. She had to.
She did, but what they should have prepped her for was how to answer the questions.
Oh, absolutely. Wasn't same on the stand.
She
right?
Whoever is her PR firm. Ugh. I mean,
she seems to be like the type that doesn't take coaching well. So.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, she's probably one of those people that you could never reason with anyway. You could tell her have your best interest at heart, and she would still go against you. You could tell her it's raining when it's sunny or snowing. She's going to be just the opposite, to be the opposite, because she feels she's entitled to be.
Right. And I think she's also the type of person that would ask you for advice about a situation, and you give her, 15 suggestions, and she shoots all 15 down, and then you're left wondering
with
or
her
asking,
which was always stupid.
Right.
Then you want the kind of person that would practice her sad face in front of the mirror. Stuff,
correct. Yeah. She's that one. She's just that chick,
This is my mad face.
Right.
So, what do you guys think she does from here? I think her career is pretty much fucked up.
Porn.
pretty much.
But okay, you know what? That's interesting. You say that. I could maybe see like a Stormy
Reality
Daniels kind of centerfold thing. But
Reality TV. And that's
yeah,
about
there
it.
you go. That's probably more like she'll be on the UK version of Big Brother because they're bringing
Right.
that show back. Yeah.
And she or she's going to be extradited back to Australia, and they're going to
That's right.
get after her for the dogs.
That's right. I forgot she had those dogs on the boat out there. Yeah.
She'll probably fake her death.
God only knows. She'll do something crazy.
But you know what? I think she's okay though. I think she still has a few dollars in her bank account.
Well, yeah, she's got Elon Musk's child. She's set for life. She'll be fine. She needs to.
That's what I'm saying. Then stop your bullshit.
Can you imagine being her child? Elon Musk, I think, has grounds to get custody.
I can't even imagine being a fucking houseplant of Amber Heard's. Honestly,
I bet you Elon has that shit on lock though.
Yeah. I'm sure he has all kinds.
You know, you're probably right, Molson, because she's very.
She's
she
sued
not like photos out there and stuff, and like. As much as she could, she doesn't overuse that baby for like a prop.
No,
she does not. Which is a testament to her that she does not. Yes,
exactly.
Well, it's not a testament to her. It's probably a testament to Elon Musk.
He probably won't.
What I mean by that is the fact she's not using her kids for.
Yeah, but
it's probably because he'll stop paying.
Right, but she also signed basically both of them agreed, not to talk about the divorce, and as soon as Amber Heard could find a way to talk about what their divorce settlement, she did with Johnny Depp.
If Elon didn't have a financial, stake in her life, then
yeah, I think
that baby would be all over the fucking place.
I think that.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
I think that Amber Heard is minding her P's and Q's right now because she has to, because Elon is financing her. Right.
Okay, think about this. Can I say something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Think about this. Okay, so she has pretty much aligned herself with two very powerful men who have a lot of money. Okay, so I'm gonna give the point. She lost in court. She has her tail between her legs. She runs out. She's broke. She can't even Elaine said on the morning show, like she can't even afford to pay. Blah blah blah. We know she can. Okay, my point is this: you have the fortune, you have the fame. Just go off into the limelight and do your thing. I mean, that's my thing. What's the fucking end game? What's the end game?
I don't think she has any fame.
She has fame in terms of we're talking about it right now. That's my point.
She has infamy.
Yeah, infamy. There you go. That's better.
I think Amber Heard's end game is punishment.
But she's not going to get that. She's not going to win.
Yeah, but her person.
I get all that.
She just won't allow it. She just won't allow for that. And I think that.
I guess if my checking account had a few more zeros, I'd be cool with everything in the world. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, most people would.
I guess what I'm saying.
Yeah, most people would be, but not her. And
maybe her dad just needs to like grab her ass by the ear and be like,
no.
Because he'll get arrested in court and all that.
Right, exactly.
I didn't literally mean.
No, I know what you mean. She needs a good. She needs some guidance, but I think that. The other thing we're not keeping in mind here with Amber Heard and her delusions of grandeur is that she's sued Elon Musk and won.
For the
eggs.
It's a game
for the embryos. And so the thing for her is that she doesn't. She's not one of those people that says, wow, I really, I lucked out. I sued Elon Musk, who has more money than God, and I won. And now I have my daughter, right? And I'm,
that should be all she needs.
Right. I'm going to count my blessings and be done with it.
Right.
I can promise you that somewhere in the back of her mind, all she's remembering is that she won. And so if Elon, in her mind, she's controlling Elon. If Elon steps out of line, she'll just sue him too. And she'll win because she has before. That's the way she's thinks.
Very competitive.
Yes.
I'll give her that. Damn right she is.
And she has stinking thinking.
to a very very like a fucked up degree of like it's fun to win, but sometimes it's not worth the war. Like stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to her own detriment, and that's the problem.
Yes. Yeah. You look. Yeah. Right. You're only hurting yourself here by
Exactly.
pursuing this. Yeah. Damn it. Why do we have to end on an Amber Heard thing?
I don't know, because more shit's coming out about her. That's why it's always
No, I
there's
know.
always something coming
Well,
out.
then we had Ian Hesh going on too, which
Yeah.
is a sad thing.
It is sad. It is sad.
Yeah,
It's awful.
I don't get it.
Me either.
I just don't get the whole. Yeah, that's it.
Good night, Amelia.
I think she left a while ago.
Oh,
I
she
think
sure
so.
did. It just popped up for me though on StreamYard. That's so weird. Fucking StreamYard.
Thank you for letting me bust your party today.
No, you declare me the winner. I'm glad you
Right,
came
and
with
it's
you.
no party without you. What are you talking
there's
about?
that.
What are you
There's
talking
that.
Yeah,
about?
thank you very much.
You're welcome. I think we should end it. It's
Well, thank you for having
late.
me. I enjoyed
You're
it.
welcome. I always love having you up here. I don't know. I'm not going to make any promises. I'm going to try to go live tomorrow night, but I don't want to make any promises.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try. But thank you guys all for coming. Thank you to the chat. And I will see all of you.
At least have a great, safe
Good night. Bye.
Wednesday.
Too. All right. Bye.
Good night. See you guys.
Good night. Bye. All right, you guys. Well, this is where I end it. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed our discussion of many things. And I will catch you next time. All right.